QB Tyler Wilson.
If you bring one of those Vortex footballs that whistles and it's got the tail on the end of it, I think I can throw it over the whole stadium.
And Ty Richardson.
You want to tie me up with some of your ties, Ty?
The Morning Rush starts right now.
Welcome into the Morning Rush on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday, which I know is one of our favorite segments here on the Morning Rush, because apparently we feel like we don't complain enough on the show as is. We need to come out and have a dedicated segment to it on the weekly at 8 o'clock on Wednesday to air our grievances out, which is really unfortunate because it is Christmas time and it's supposed to be a time of holiday cheer and joy and love and family, but not on the Morning Rush at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock this morning, we are going to air our grievances out. It's more of a Festivus type of thing, I guess, if you're maybe looking towards that, if you're a Seinfeld fan. So Festivus for the rest of us. So if you want to get in on the conversation and share what you're beefing with today or who you're beefing with today, be sure to call in. 877-377-6963 is that number to call in. And, you know, Tommy, I think also, even though I say that it's supposed to be a time of holiday cheer, I think Christmas time can also bring out some of the biggest issues, the biggest frustrations, and the most annoyances than some of the other times of the year, just because you are dealing with family, you are having to travel, you are having to go Christmas shopping, you're having to do a lot of things that can cause some annoyances for you in your everyday life around the Christmas holiday. So maybe we'll produce some really great beefs today as well.
And people, particularly in a retail environment, seem to have their cranium so far up their keister sometimes. Okay,
Wow.
I'll just save it for 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Save it.
the cranium so far up their keisters.
I'm
That is a
telling
new
you.
way. I've never heard that one before.
Well, I mean, people just don't pay any attention. I don't know what it is, but
People are stupid.
I had to go out and do some stuff on Sunday. Had to do some shopping, get some things ready. Had to get some things ready for our Christmas party at work, and had to go to 3 or 4 different stores. And it's like everyone turns into a moron this time of the year. They don't know how to walk up and down an aisle. They don't know how to park a car. They don't know how to get in and out of a parking lot. Because it's just it's a matter of there's more people out there and you got to pay more attention and people aren't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Yeah, no,
You got to be more aware.
And, I mean, it's not even just with shopping, because if they're shopping, even if you go to a restaurant, people who have been shopping are going to go eat. So the restaurants are even going to be more crowded on those days, too. So, I mean, it's just it's a universal thing when it comes to Christmas shopping, especially.
So you're left, just like last night, he's trying to back out of a parking lot. Well, this guy had pulled up in it wasn't even a parking spot. He just parked his vehicle, and he was sitting and waiting on someone. Instead of getting an actual parking spot, he was just parking in a space at the end of the aisle. Well, the problem was it was such a tight area that he shut the whole parking lot down. No one could back out. Everybody, it was going to cause wrecks. It was going to cause a wreck, and he had no clue. So the only way to handle it is to yell at him, right? That's the only way you can.
It only seems fair.
It only seems right, you know, that he gets a good scolding. So
That's a perfect setup for our beef.
Felt bad for him. That old lady really got after him.
I can only imagine. So again, if you have your beefs, which I'm sure a lot of people have, some of the similar beefs that we'll be having one around the Christmas holiday. But you can also tweet at us too if you don't want to call in at Hit That Line AR. We're also streaming live again this morning. I want everyone to see my great Christmas sweater. Did you see the Christmas sweater I got yesterday, Tommy? I posted a picture of it on Twitter. I don't know if you
The one you bought?
the one
Or the
Bobby
one you had on yesterday?
No, the one that I received, got shipped to me yesterday.
No, I did not see that.
Okay. Well, is
that what you have on today?
Yeah, I do. It's a Bobby Petrino holiday sweater, Christmas sweater, and it's got him with his neck brace on, and it says Wild Hogs at the very bottom of it, because Harley Davidson, Wild Hogs, get it?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, but
I've got the video stream up. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow, but to see this, I got to look myself, and I can't really see from the video stream. Just looks like you got a red sweatshirt on, buddy.
Well, I know. How about this? I will stand up a little bit for you.
All right.
There you go.
Perfect. I'll see it in about 40
Yeah, you're about to
seconds.
say you'll see it in a little bit of a delay, but there's my Christmas sweater that you can check out. But either way, yeah, we have
I actually, because Ty Richardson's putting, this old man pressure on me, I went and looked for a Christmas sweater. At least, I was in one place doing something else, and they had some Christmas sweaters. And, now I see your sweater. See, this is great radio, 47. Yeah, perfect. I was searching for this in this place. This thing was normally like $35, but it was on sale for like $33. It was $1 off. I'm like, wow.
Heck of a deal.
I hope I can beat the rush.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, good. We got to get you in the Christmas spirit somehow.
I was looking for one of these awful, ugly Christmas sweaters maybe to wear tomorrow, since we're having the the Morning Rush Christmas party tomorrow.
Well, see, and that's the thing is because I'm curious to see what other people's Christmas office parties are like, because you have this, and I know that Ty's kind of joked about it, and I know we do too, but
I think he's only half joking.
Yeah, well, okay, he's half joking. We'll say that, but
he thinks there should be swinging from chandeliers at a Christmas luncheon.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying is that like you have this idea that that's how Christmas parties are getting, and it's always held at the office. It's not like an office Christmas party at someone's house. For some reason, Christmas parties that get out of hand are held at the office, and I'm curious if there's anybody listening this morning whose office Christmas party is like that. I want to know how.
Yeah.
I want to know why it is that way. Because where did this stereotype of a Christmas party come from? Was it just a thing that back in the day you got out of hand at your office Christmas party where, people were putting their bare butt on a copier and making copies? I mean, where did all this come from? Because this is some type of like stereotype, and they make movies off of this, and it's just become this like, oh, you're having an office Christmas party. Oh man, it's gonna get wild. Why? No. Where did it come from? Because I'll tell you what, Tommy, I haven't worked in a lot of offices. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but I haven't really been to a Christmas party that's gotten out of hand. And trust me, I've worked for some places that probably it could have gotten out of hand, but it really didn't. So I don't know. I don't know where this. But if you're listening and you have an office Christmas party that gets out of hand, first off, invite me, and second off, tell me what it's like.
We're having ours at 11:45 a.m. So if it gets out of hand at
watch
lunch,
out. Man, I'm telling you. Well, yeah. I mean, not only at lunchtime, but lunchtime during a weekday.
The crowd.
Yeah, it's a weekday.
We're just trying to beat the crowd. So
trying to get the happy hour special.
Some good meat left on the buffet.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's going to be all about. But it should be interesting though, because office Christmas parties are always fun because there's sometimes gifts involved, and I think that again, this is going to be me and Ty's first. I guess what do we call ourselves? A Pearson Broadcasting Christmas party. We'll
Correct.
do it.
Our first soiree.
Yeah, we're going to have this is going to be our first time partying it up, and
a lot of expectations, Tommy.
Oh, see, you keep saying that, and nothing's going to change. It's just going to be hanging out, and Tommy's going to sit there and tell everybody how awesome we are. Yeah. And then we're going to say, but he's also going to say, but you better get your butt going next year because
better be more awesome next year.
That's right, exactly.
You got it all figured out. See, it's like you've already been there.
I know. You probably do the compliment sandwich where you say, here's what you guys are doing really well. Here's what you need to work on. And then you end with a compliment. I mean, I'm sure that's exactly what you do. You've been in this business long enough. You know what it's like. You know how it goes. So
you did great, but you could do better.
Exactly. You can always do better. Even if you broke every record, and when it comes to sales, when it comes to ratings, when it comes to numbers, even if you did all of that, you can always do better. So it gives people motivation to keep that going. That's for sure. So, but again, if you do have a Christmas party, I want to know about it. Maybe that's something that we can have fun with today, as well as What's Your Beef Wednesday. And of course, if you want to get in on the conversation, you can 877-377-6963. Is that number to call in on this What's Your Beef Wednesday presented by Vold Vision.
Yeah, are you ready to get rid of your contacts or your glasses? If so, you want LASIK by Vold Vision, the official eye care provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks and Northwest Arkansas's LASIK leader. Just ask former Razorback baseball player Luke Bonfield. He was in studio with the halftime guys just a week or so ago. He's had LASIK at Vold Vision and now has 20/20 vision and says it's completely been a game changer for him. Recovery time is quick, results are remarkable, and affordable financing is available as well. Go with LASIK by Vold. Call 479-595-5227. That's 595-5227 for more details. And mention John Neighbors, The Morning Rush, and receive $500 off. That's worth the call right there. $500. So get your LASIK with Vold Vision, 595-5227 from The Morning Rush and Vold Vision.
Honest Razorback talk that never yields. This is The Morning Rush.
We've think even our youngest patients deserve the very best care. The Women and Infant Center at Washington Regional includes a significantly larger Level 3A NICU, providing the highest level of care for newborns available in our area, featuring private NICU rooms, board-certified neonatologists, and Northwest Arkansas's first Ronald McDonald House, a home away from home for families while their child is hospitalized. The Women and Infant Center at Washington Regional is here for you. Learn more at wregional.com.
How's your energy level throughout the day? 3-Day Wall Breaker is a revolutionary nutritional drink mix that targets complete mind and body support. It's free of stimulants and sugars and perfect for everyday use. If you need the extra bit of energy and want it from natural ingredients, 3-Day Wall Breaker is for you. Feel the difference in your energy level while providing mental focus, muscle, and joint support. Available in an orange-flavored powder mix in either 3-pack or 30-serving jar. Try it today and feel the difference. Available at your Total Fitness shop or online at 3daywallbreaker.com.
This is the Morning Rush.
Tis the season for huge savings on the Sierra during the holiday sales event at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save over $14,000 off on a 2018 GMC Sierra SLT Crew Cab truck. Holiday priced at only $42,499. Or the fully loaded GMC Sierra Denali with all the options, more than $14,000 off. Huge savings during the holiday sales event at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Having the holidays at your house can be stressful. You want your home to sparkle for your guests, so you clean and clean. But when they leave, sometimes they leave you a little holiday gifts behind. A spot of wine on the couch, gravy on the dining room seat, spilled soda on the carpet. Luckily, help is easy to find. Service Master Clean can make your home bright before the holidays and also help you get cleaned up quickly afterwards. They offer professional carpet, drapery, upholstery, and wood floor cleaning. Best of all, they do the job right, or they do it over guaranteed. That's Service Master Clean. After all, they've been providing professional cleaning services for over 50 years. This holiday season, give yourself the gift of peace of mind. For a free estimate, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087 or visit them online at ServiceMasterClean.com. Service Master Clean, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Call now for Christmas specials, 646-4087.
Service Master Clean! I mean Ford! Oh.
Looking for a venue to host your wedding, civic, or corporate event or holiday party? A venue that you can trust with every detail, including a great menu, a great atmosphere, even a great bar. How about Fianna Hills Country Club? Not only will you and all of your guests get to enjoy all of the great food that Fianna Hills Country Club will specially prepare, but you will also relax and enjoy the best view of Fort Smith. Call now to reserve your date at Fianna Hills Country Club, 479-646-7861. Event bookings are available to members and non-members. Just call 646-7861 and ask for Amber Percival. And if a luncheon would fit your schedule and needs better, ask about Fianna Hills luncheon buffets and custom menus that will include great entrees, salads, and desserts. Just call Amber at 646-7861 and she will gladly assist you in the booking and planning of your lunch or evening event. Just call and let them start working on your event. But hurry before the best dates are gone. Fianna Hills Country Club, 646-7861.
Employee pricing for all at Orr Chevy in Fort Smith. Make this a December to remember with Silverado crew cabs up to $12,000 off, or drive away in a 2019 Spark 20% off. Zero down, only $179 a month. And employee pricing on 2019 Traverse, Equinox, and Colorado. Only at Orr do all new vehicles come with lifetime engine warranty, 2 years free maintenance, and free car washes for life. Stop in today to see why you always score more with Orr Chevy. Shop online 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Let's go to the Warehouse Club or the big chain tire store and buy some tires. Why? You think you're saving money? You aren't. Jody'sAuto.com has the best tire brands at the same prices as the Warehouse Club or chain. Price match guarantee and free flat repair to everyone. At the club or chain, you will pay for road hazard protection. Not at Jody'sAuto.com. Free road hazard when you buy 4 tires. What else do they have? Tires and installation, 1 location. Jody'sAuto.com, 3 locations. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, air conditioning, steering and suspension, everything, one stop. Not one stop for every service, one stop for all of it. Best warranty on service and repairs anywhere. Spend $30. Get free roadside assistance. Yeah, that's what you get when you deal with a local company established in 1984 with a motto of do what's right. Jody'sAuto.com for tires and all the rest.
ESPN 95.3. The best-looking duo in Arkansas sports radio. God, I'd hate to see number 2. This is The Morning Rush.
All right, welcome back into the Morning Rush. We're going to get into some quick-hitting headlines, and it is presented by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, they're in Fayetteville, Berryville, and with Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers. They're showing their appreciation by inviting you to their year-end celebration. Right now, 0% financing or choose cash back on all remaining Workmaster and Boomer compact and utility tractors. Hurry into Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and again, Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers as well. Do it right now because the New Holland year-end celebration ends on December 31st. Merry Christmas from Williams Tractor and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
So some headlines we're going to get into, and of course some of these we'll probably expound on later in the show. Myron Cunningham, a JUCO offensive tackle, 6'6", 300 pounds, out of Fort Dodge, Iowa, went to Iowa Central Community College, has committed to the University of Arkansas Razorback football team, and he had some offers that I know people are already going to be interested because I feel like that's how they grade it. It's almost like stars, yeah, that's all well and good, but who has offered him? Well, to give you just a few of the names, Oklahoma offered him, Texas offered him, Missouri offered him, Kentucky offered him, and those were the biggest ones, and then a few other schools like Arizona as well. Nebraska was another one. So some fairly big schools, Power 5 schools, and we mentioned yesterday, Tommy, about how important it was for Arkansas to shape up this offensive line going into next season, how they really hadn't had that many commitments. Well, I think this is a win-win for Arkansas because not only do they get another offensive lineman, but they get a junior college offensive lineman who's maybe got a few more years of experience to be able to step in and play right away if that's what they're looking for. So if you're going to shape up this offensive line, someone like Myron Cunningham and getting him to commit to your school is a good way to start off the 2019 class.
Yeah, and they need about 5 more, like him. So you mentioned where he had the offers from, Texas and Oklahoma, and obviously Oklahoma's playing in the college football playoff. These are the quality of programs you want to be on his resume as well. You say, well, what about other SEC programs? Is the offense that Arkansas is trying to run a little closer to what Oklahoma is trying to do? I mean, ultimately, if it was fully revved up, fully stocked with the players that Chad Morris needs, it's probably going to look something like those offenses, right?
You would think, yeah.
So, I mean, that's the kind of lineman they're probably going after as well, is to fit that system. So, it doesn't bother me at all that there's not Georgia and Alabama on that list too.
No, it doesn't bother me at all because, like you said, they just need bodies. They need people, and I think that getting a junior college guy who had offers to a team, or at least one offer to a team that's playing in the college football playoff, good enough for me.
Yep,
so,
I'm with you.
So I'm right there with you as well. So in other news, too, this is pretty big with at least dealing with Arkansas and a former coach there. Dan Enos has now been officially hired as the offensive coordinator for Alabama.
Next man up. So where's he going to be next year? Okay, 19 he'll be at Alabama. Where's he going to be in 20, I guess is what I'm asking. Because it seems like every year they're changing offensive coordinators because that guy gets a head coaching job. Now, he's had one before he came to Arkansas, but,
Auburn.
That's kind of what's been going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Loxley went to Maryland, so this is probably the best stepping stone in all of college football is to be the OC, which it seems like taking that task on for a year with Nick Saban's about a year is all you can do. So
which is kind of fine. I mean, and the thing is, if you're an offensive coordinator or somebody who's looking for a job and Nick Saban comes calling you, get right in there because it seems like it'll be the fastest way to shoot right up and get you a head coaching job. And here's the thing, too, about Dan Enos. I thought Dan Enos was a fantastic offensive coordinator when he was at Arkansas. I thought that his play calling was innovative and creative. He made some really good calls when it came to two-point conversions because it seemed like when Arkansas needed a two-point conversion, whether it was against TCU back in 2016 and that year, there was just such creative play calls. I was like, wow, you couldn't even think of those.
Ole Miss 2015.
Yeah, Ole Miss of 2015 is another one. It's just you think up and it's just like, wow, that's a perfect play call, and it ended up working almost every time. So I think Alabama's got a great offensive coordinator in Dan Enos. I think that he's really going to do a good job for him. We'll see how long he's there, like you said, Tommy. But it's one of those things, too, that Brett Bielema, looking back on it, he did make some really good assistant coaching hires. It's just I don't think he made enough of them. To get it going.
Well, he really fell short on offensive and defensive line coaches past the first round, and then
exactly.
Sam Pittman wasn't his first guy, but again, we go back. You want to trace how you get to where you're at. You got to go back to the fact that Jim Chaney left because him and Bielema did not see eye to eye on things, takes a lateral or backwards move to Pitt, and ultimately that leads to him getting to Georgia, a year later, which leads to Sam Pittman leaving. And that's where I think the roots of these current issues are, and probably ultimately what cost Bielema his job. So he had some good ones, and you're right. It seemed like it was a revolving door for Bielema at the coordinator spots, but all of those guys went on to bigger and better things in a lot of ways. Only one that didn't really was Chaney, leaving here to go to Pitt, and obviously he ended up at Georgia. So,
don't you take solace,
Tommy? A lot of his guys ended up in better spots.
Don't you take solace in knowing that Arkansas's 2 former offensive coordinators are the offensive coordinators of arguably 2 of the best teams in the country? Don't you take solace in that? That Jim Chaney's at Georgia, now Dan Enos is at Alabama. Doesn't that make you feel good? No, it does me. Jeez. Well, anyways.
Just makes you wonder if they'd have been left alone, what might have.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Bielema lays there at night wondering. Of course, no, he's still getting that 11 pieces of that $11 million.
I'm about to say, if he stays up in the middle of the night or waking up in the middle of the night, he's waking up in the middle of the night on a big pile of cash. Yeah. Is what he's doing. So I'm sure he'll be just fine. But either way, it's such a fascinating thing to see that. But I think that Dan Enos will end up getting a head coaching job here really soon, because obviously if he's good enough to be Nick Saban's guy, he's probably good enough to get a head coaching job. So we'll see how that goes. And speaking of former Alabama assistant coaches, or I guess interns, Butch Jones reportedly is being hired by the University of Maryland. So I guess that's another way that you can rocket your way back up.
Going with, because obviously the connection there with Loxley gives him that opportunity. So, yeah.
Because I want to actually talk about this later in the show when it comes to coaches or head coaches that end up failing or end up not doing so well at the Power 5 level, SEC level, whatever it is. The fact that they don't work out and the type of chances that they sometimes get. Because there's some coaches that never become head coaches again. There's some coaches that get a second chance almost immediately. And I've just always been curious about it. Because, Tommy, if you think about like a guy like Mark Mangino, what he did at Kansas, or Jim Leavitt, what he did at South Florida. I know that there was some controversy around him off the field, but those guys were great head coaches, and neither of them have been a head coach since. And it's just funny how it's like you pick and choose exactly who you feel like is going to be a better fit for who you are going for a head coach. But yet some of them who are actually good, now we're talking about non-failing ones, but some of them that are actually good end up not getting a second chance. So I always found that fascinating. But I want to talk about that later in this show. We'll get to all of that. We'll get to your phone calls, of course, as well. 877-377-6963 is that number to call in. The phone lines will be open. We're going to talk more about Razorback football, players skipping bowl games later in the show as well on this What's Your Beef Wednesday. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
The hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Hot tubs starting at $26.95. Check out Hot Springs Hot Tubs, America's #1 hot tub. 0% interest for 60 months or instant rebates up to $2,700. Burton Pools and Spas, hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd. The best Christmas present ever, a hot spring spa from Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and online at burtonpools.com.
Washington Regional Urgent Care is a convenient and cost-effective alternative to the emergency room. No appointments are needed and all ages are welcome. Washington Regional Urgent Care is open 7 days a week, now with 2 locations in Fayetteville next to Washington Regional Medical Center and in Johnson on Johnson Mill Boulevard. For quality, convenient, non-emergency care, Washington Regional Urgent Care is here for you. For hours, locations, and a list of non-emergency care treatments, go to wregional.com.
How's your energy level throughout the day? 3-Day Wall Breaker is a revolutionary nutritional drink mix that targets complete mind and body support. It's free of stimulants and sugars and perfect for everyday use. If you need the extra bit of energy and want it from natural ingredients, 3-Day Wall Breaker is for you. Feel the difference in your energy level while providing mental focus, muscle, and joint support. Available in an orange-flavored powder mix in either 3-pack or 30-serving jar. Try it today and feel the difference. Available at your Total Fitness shop or online at 3daywallbreaker.com.
So you hear that the Powerball and Mega Millions jackpots are a chance to win a ridiculous amount of money, and you want to get in on the action. The Quick Pick option makes getting a ticket simple and fast. Just stop by your Arkansas Scholarship Lottery retail store and ask the cashier for a quick pick. Your computer-generated numbers are printed out in seconds, so play your lucky numbers or play it quick. Just play. Either way could be your ticket to more. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Christmas times are coming.
That special gift this year should be a room makeover from the Paint Store in Van Buren. They have packages for a kitchen, bathroom, or living room. Or why not all of them? Gift certificates can also be customized. Give your wife, family member, or great friend a super surprise gift of a room makeover this year. We can also help with recommendations for a reliable contractor. The Paint Store in Van Buren is always the place to go. Go see them today at 1414 Fayetteville Road for your room makeover gift certificate.
ProCare Family Health is your primary care clinic, acting as a principal point of health care to patients of all ages. Their emphasis is to educate patients about their health and how to maintain it throughout their lifetime. They are devoted to the best research models so that their patients can get the highest standard of care. ProCare Family Health can assist with weight loss, testosterone injections, diabetes, and cortisone shots, with locations at Bonanza, Poto, and call their Chaffee Crossing location at 479-434-6205 about free flu shots. ProCare Family Health, dedicating to meeting your healthcare needs.
ESPN 95.3. Want more of the Morning Rush? Visit hitthatline.com for podcasts, articles, and videos. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush at Orr Auto Park. They have Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan vehicles for this holiday season. If you're needing one, you need to look no further than Orr Auto Park at 6500 Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith. The Orr Auto Park staff will work with you to put you behind the wheel of the Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan vehicle you want at an affordable price. And as a leading Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan dealer, Orr Auto Park also has a wide variety of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for you to choose from. Just visit OrrAutoPark.com to browse their selection and get pre-approved today, where you can score more with Orr. Let's go to the phone lines as Melanie is in Harrison. What's going on, Melanie?
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, I just wanted to make a suggestion on, there's so many bowl games, and all the teams are really good, I guess, to get into these bowl games. Why doesn't the NCAA take a page out of the NFL playbook and turn these bowl games into quote-unquote playoff games to really determine who's the best to play for the championship?
Well, I think you've had part of that happen when it comes to the semifinals.
I don't know. Because I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, because if you had all these bowl games become playoff games, you'd be like looking at something similar to the NCAA tournament where you have like
80, there's 40 bowl games, so it'd be an 80-team playoff.
Yeah, an 80-team playoff, and then that's not happening. And you have to play week by week. So I mean, you'd be sitting there. You'd have. I mean, I'd love it because you'd have college football going on until about May if that was the case. It'd keep going and going.
Well, the reason I suggested it is, and I've thought about it for years and years and years, because it just okay. It might be like the NCAA, but they're more or less giving these teams like a month off. From the end of November to the end of December is when these games go on. So why would you do that? Keep them in shape, keep them playing all through December, do these bowl games throughout the month. I mean, what, do they concentrate all of them in like a week or maybe 2 weeks? I mean, that's a little much. Mm-hmm. Spread them out throughout the month, and then you come down to the end of the month of December, and you've got your championship ready to go.
Well, hey, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I'd like the setup of it all. It's just, if you're being realistic about it, I don't think something that'll ever happen, unfortunately, because we love more games. Sense. Yeah, no, it does make sense, and I'd love to have something to, because I've talked about playoff expansion going to 8 teams. I mean, that was kind of the main thing that I've always discussed. But
and I agree with that too.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll ever get more than 8, and I don't know if it should get more than 8. But
it should be. Some would argue 6. I don't like 6 because that includes buys. I don't like buys.
Yeah, just keep it going. Hey, by the way, Melanie, before you get out of here, what is your office Christmas party like? Do you have an office Christmas party?
Well, we actually had ours yesterday, and what we do is because I work for a huge corporation, we all have management teams. We have a small setup where each management team has their own deal. So we had ours yesterday. It was great. We do what we call Dirty Santa, and not everybody, but more than half the people on our team decide they want to contribute, and you buy a gift, you set a cash limit or a dollar amount limit on what you're going to spend, and you bring it in, and you have up to 3 chances to steal the gift from somebody. It can only be stolen 3 times. After that, it's done.
Nice.
So we did that.
Well, okay. I feel like that's a classic office party type deal. It's like something that I think is. I don't know if we're doing that, Tommy. I'm sure we have something going on similar to that too. But yeah, that's kind of a mainstay
Write that down.
and a staple.
Dirty Sam.
Yeah, never heard of it, huh, Tommy?
Heard of that.
Yeah, never heard of it. So, but appreciate you calling in, Melanie. Have a great day. All right.
Time, you guys too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I thought
877-3.
that was it. It'd be a drink you'd order. Give me a dirty salmon.
You could probably make it into a drink, Tommy, if you wanted to get that crazy with it. I don't know if I'd try it, but oof, I don't know if I want a part of that. Gross.
Hey, get by Western Sizzlin, Fort Smith, Van Buren, and Empoto. You can still sign up a few more days to register to win one of these stainless steel Coca-Cola coolers. We'll give them away soon, just before the holidays, right in time for Christmas. From Western Sizzlin, The Morning Rush, and HitThatLine.com. You can register online at HitThatLine.com as well. Stainless steel Coca-Cola tailgating coolers from the Western Sizzlin and The Morning Rush.
877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
This is Mark Hurst. As 2018 begins to wind down, let me take this time to remind you of a few things. If you have dental insurance, this is a great time to use any remaining benefits before they roll over for the new year. Secondly, at Hurst Family Dental Care, we are offering our in-office bleaching session at half price through the month of December. That makes a great Christmas present for you or that special person in your life. Finally, don't forget the true meaning of Christmas. For unto you has been born a Savior who is Christ our Lord. Merry Christmas from Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Hey, this is Ted with Ed Walker's Drive-In. For more than 70 years, Ed Walker's has been the place to go for the best French dips and hand-patted hamburgers in town. Blue Plate Specials served Monday through Friday, and we're still the home of Fort Smith's only 5-pound hamburger. We're open 10 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. Call ahead for pickup, 783-3352. Ed Walker's Drive-In, 1500 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, where the legend lives on.
Don't let pests destroy your lawn, shrubs and trees, or the inside of your home. West Termite and Pest and Lawn of the River Valley have been serving your community for over 30 years. West Termite and Pest and Lawn is your complete pest control. Don't let your lawn or home get out of control. Give West Termite and Pest and Lawn a call, 479-782-7291, or check us out on the web, www.westtermite.com. We control the buzz.
Cornerstone Sales is the River Valley's top destination for all repairs. Full service shop, installing new flooring on trailers, small engine repair, custom trailer accessories, and more. Cornerstone, with the largest inventory of trailers in the River Valley. Big Tex, Iron Bull, Cargo Craft, Covered Wagon, and CM. Check out our truck accessories with brands like Fusion, Hostile, and more. Install North Star truck beds. Quality with the best prices. Don't overpay. See us first. Cornerstone Sales, located on Highway 64 between Alma and Van Buren, across from Peterbilt.
ESPN 95.3. Get out to the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday, so if you want to call in and tell us what you're beefing with, who you're beefing with, because it's a holiday season, I'm sure you're beefing with someone. It's just part of it.
Something.
Something's got to be bothering you because it's the holiday season after all. Just call in 877-377-6963 or get after us on Twitter at HitThatLineAR. We're also streaming live on YouTube as well as Facebook Live and Periscope via Twitter. So basically, however you follow us on the show and social media, you can go to that, look it up, and you can see our pretty faces on there. Well, not Tommy's. You won't see Tommy's, but you'll see me and Ty in our Christmas sweaters, and Tommy will be back in studio tomorrow to have his Christmas sweater. Can't wait to see it.
The video will somehow malfunction tomorrow.
Oh,
because
guaranteed. Something wrong's going to happen, and I'm going to have to listen to Ty. I'm going to have to listen to Ty and Tommy go back and forth on each other and whose fault it really is. So, can't wait for that one. It's the old mainstay when it comes to the technology here. So, but either way, we brought up earlier in the show about this Myron Cunningham, offensive tackle. He's a JUCO. He had committed to Arkansas, had some scholarship offers to places like Texas and Oklahoma. A really big get, and we understand the situation that Arkansas is in the offensive line. But, when I saw this, and obviously it's a great thing for Arkansas, but it makes you really think, or at least it made me think, about what the offensive line is going to look like in 2019. Because we kind of have an idea, besides the quarterback situation, which we alluded to a lot yesterday, but the offensive line for 2019, is a dire one. It's one that's you're really nervous and scared about. At least you should be, because it doesn't look very great considering who you lost this past year with Johnny Gibson, Brian Wallace, and Yelda Froholt, and who you're really adding next year, which now you see Myron Cunningham, but you're not adding a whole lot of great pieces either, guys that may not be able to start right away. And so it's a pretty tough situation that Arkansas finds itself in. We know that one quarterback, for instance, if Kelly Bryant could have came in, one quarterback could really fix the situation. But can the offensive line and the problems that they have right now, can it be fixed? Can it have that quick of a turnaround? Can it go from being as poor as it was this past year to being serviceable all in 1 year with nothing but brand new faces? Is that possible at all?
You would take it would take getting the perfect pieces, not the right pieces, the perfect pieces to the puzzle that are available as JUCO players, and all of those guys figuring out how to mesh and play together quickly in spring practice and then build on that in the fall. I mean, it just seems like it would be – I mean, you'd have to perfectly recruit that spot through the transfer routes.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to do a lot of different things. Yeah, you couldn't – because here's the thing. That's not saying that the guys that they have losing from the offensive line were amazing players. I think that Yelda Froholt was by far the best one of them, and there were times where even Gibson and Wallace, you looked down on them and you saw some of the plays that they were getting worked on. You was like, oof. It's not something you want to see from senior offensive linemen. But you just hope that – because, listen, this offense is what's going to come down to next season as far as trying to get scores, trying to get touchdowns, trying to get to where they need to go fast and up-tempo the way that Chad Morris originally wanted them to. Because this past season, and Tommy, I don't know if you feel the same way, I had no idea what this team was trying to do offensively at times. I didn't know what they were trying to go fast or not trying to go fast. Were they trying to establish tempo, or were they not trying to establish tempo? Were they more of a running team or a passing team? I mean, it just seemed like the identity of this offense was so lost to where I couldn't really figure out what they were doing or what they were trying to do. And a lot of it was chalked up to the fact that they didn't have a lot of talent. The offensive line, because if you don't have an offensive line, it's hard to have an identity because it blows up the play every single time you're trying to make something work. I just didn't really know exactly what the identity of this team was trying to be this past season. And I'm just wondering that if you mix it in with some new players next year, if you have a different person at quarterback next season, whether it's KJ Jefferson or Connor Noland, or even if they get some other grad transfer route, which we know we talked about yesterday, will we start to see actually more of the identity of what this offense is trying to do next year? Because I'm telling you right now, this past season, I had no idea what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and I think they're still trying to. The question is how close to the real playbook that Chad Morris wants to run do you think we saw this year?
We kept saying it was
a third of it.
Yeah, because he kept saying the 30% install and all that, but I don't know if that's what all that inclines.
And the reasoning for that was because they don't have the players to pull off everything, and some of that starts with quarterback. But I still continue. You can get, you get Kyler Murray to come play for you next year, and until you fix a lot of those offensive line issues, that's only going to give you a marginal increase. And that's what's critical about finding some of these guys like you're going after here with Cunningham. So,
yeah, I mean that because I feel like with Chad Morrison, the style that he at least promised to bring in, the full tilt boogie, hammer down, left lane, all that stuff, it's hard to do unless you have the right pieces in place, and I think we all understand that. But even when there's been transitions, for instance, when Brett Bielema came in to try to change the offensive identity, I think that there were a lot of things done in his first year, even though they weren't that good. There was a lot of things done to where you could kind of see what he was trying to do. Mm-hmm. And same thing with Bobby Petrino. When he came in and it was changing it all from the Houston Nutt offense, when he came in, you're like, okay, we see what he's trying to do. But when Chad Morris comes in, he didn't have near the talent that Brett Bielema or Bobby Petrino had when they came in, that's for sure. But when he came in, you don't really know what it's supposed to look like or what he's trying to do. And you're just trying to and I'm thinking to myself, okay, is it more just because they do not have the pieces? Is it that complicated of an offense? Is it that complicated of something that you can execute? Or is it just them trying to do with what they can do with the players that they have in place, trying to make it work the best they can, but it's just not working because they don't have enough talent to make it work?
Some of both. I thought Bielema his first year was a little stubborn. Could have done a few things maybe differently, but he said, no, we're pressing forward. Stubbornly, we're going to install our offense and do what we do, even though we don't have the players for it. And I think there's been a little less, I don't know if stubbornness, but a little less stubbornness is taking place for this past season with that. They were willing to adapt. We talked about that word adapt seemingly all summer long because that was a word that Coach Morris was using. I think he tried to find ways to make it work, but I just don't think they could ever find the right combination to maximize the potential of this offense, no matter whatever that maximization was, whatever that high point that this offense could have been this year. They never quite figured that out. Didn't appear to any of us.
Yeah, because if you look back, what was the best offensive performance that Arkansas had? Was it Alabama?
I guess what I'm saying there, John, is if they'd have stayed with some like Bielema tendencies in that offense, more pro style, would they have been any good at that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Bielema would have returned and they'd have run the same offense. It'd have been a whole lot more productive because this group of players didn't seem to fit any system this year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that when you look back on the best offensive performances that Arkansas had this year, what kind of offense was done? What kind of execution was done? Was it more – because I feel like, and I could be wrong here, but I feel like that one of the things – because let's go back to Brett Bielema. What were some of the things that Arkansas fans were just wanting Brett Bielema to do for so long? It seemed like that people were always wanting him to do screenplays, and there was not enough of those. It seems like people were wanting him to give the ball to T.J. Hammonds. He didn't do it. It almost seemed like if the fans saw something, saw strength, and they were the ones calling out saying, dude, why don't you do this? He almost purposely didn't do it.
Well, but what was the reasoning they couldn't run a traditional screen? Why couldn't they? Why was Bielema's offense unable to do that effectively?
Because they were too slow?
The offensive linemen didn't have the mobility to get downfield and execute the play.
Mm-hmm.
This offensive line trimmed down different body types from what they'd worked on, was able to execute that a little better.
Yeah.
So, I can't tell. I don't have any reasoning on the Hammonds deal. Can't help you there.
Yeah, those were the types of things that you never figured out. And then this past season with Chad Morris, T.J. Hammonds, I know he was battling injury, didn't really see much of him, but it just makes you wonder. Okay, Chad Morris, did he really utilize the strengths of what this team had? Did we see an offensive set that was adjusted and adapted for the strengths of these individuals on this team? Or, like you said, was there too much? Because I agree that there wasn't enough stubbornness, I almost felt like. It felt like, you weren't doing enough of what Chad Morris was wanting to do. And it was more of like, okay, we can't bring him up all the way to this level, so let's scale it back. But when you scale it back, you lose some of the innovation and the success of the offense of what it could be. So it was just kind of like it was constantly battling with each other the whole time. And you never got the identity. You never were consistent. I mean, the fact that I get asked, I know you get asked too, Tommy, how in the world did this Arkansas offense score 31 points against Alabama? I still don't know. I have no clue. Because it's the same offense that didn't score a single touchdown in the final two games against Mississippi State and Missouri. I don't know how it happened.
How did Citadel have them tied at halftime? Alabama being.
Yeah. And, they ended up smoking them later. But, things happen in college football, and I get it.
Because sometimes you take certain opponents more seriously than others. And that's the reality that when you look at 31 points and you find a way to say, well, Arkansas scored more points than you start going down that. Well, that doesn't equate to really anything at this point because look at the rest of your season. And, that's a nice little nugget. But do you think Alabama took Arkansas as seriously as they did any other conference school on their schedule this year? I'd say they probably didn't. So.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, even Alabama is talented enough to where even if they didn't take Arkansas seriously offensively, I mean, Arkansas is a 2-10 team. Even if you didn't take – I think you got to give some credit to Arkansas, too, and the fact that they had a good game plan coming in.
Absolutely. I think what it tells me, more than anything, these coaches are capable of scheming up a game plan that can be effective.
Yes. You just need a consistent one.
Yeah.
You need it to be every game that you can do that.
But they need the players to be consistent.
Yeah, which I agree. But there were times also, too, where the offense just looked anemic compared to what it did in other games. And that's what was kind of the confusing thing about it.
Yeah.
I mean – again, Arkansas didn't score a single touchdown in the final two games of the season, where in other times they were scored 31 points against Alabama. They scored 20, or I guess it was 17 points against LSU. I mean, they were capable of scoring.
And that's on the coaches, too.
Yeah, and exactly. So it's just like you got to find the balance of getting your system in place and getting the right players while also being able to have a good game plan in there and finding ways to get the ball in the end zone. Because you got to hammer down, full tilt boogie, all that stuff, but it's not going to be very effective if you're not able to score offensively.
Don't disagree.
Yeah, so that's for sure. But either way, 877-377-6963 is the number to call in on this What's Your Beef Wednesday presented by Crabtree RV.
Exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Sales tax paid through the end of the year. So if you're looking for a new travel trailer or fifth wheel, right now your sales tax is paid through the end of the year at Crabtree RV in Alma. They've been voted best of the best for 3 consecutive years. Go see their knowledgeable staff, their friendly staff, and shop inside the comforts of their 26,000 square foot heated indoor showroom. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off of I-40, Crabtree RV. It's where your family's dreams come true.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Metal Direct offers high-quality prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, custom trim shops, carports, and more. They strive to be a company where contractors as well as do-it-yourselfers are welcome. Metal Direct assists you in calculating the materials needed to complete your project, all at a rate you can afford. Stop by their location at 7420 Inmar Drive in Little Rock, 1 block off University behind Napa Auto Parts, or call them at 501-562-3112. Metal Direct, the right material for the right price.
This is Jan at Toyotathon. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. Is Toyotathon still on?
Yes, it is. We still have incredible deals like low APR financing and lease offers on our amazing Toyota vehicles.
But you better hurry. It all ends January 2nd.
Mom?
Hi, honey, yeah.
How did you get on this line?
Well, this is a time for family, so your father and I decided to come and help you out. James, honey, say hello.
Hello, Jenny.
Mom and Dad, I'm kind of busy with a customer right now.
Hi, Jan's mom and dad.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And what Jan was going to say is this is the perfect time to save on the sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, bold Tacoma, versatile Highlander, and more.
Wow, that sounds great.
Huh, that was actually spot on. Thanks, Mom.
Well, your father's here, too.
During Toyotathon, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2018 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Not all customers will qualify. See your participating dealer or visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N1-219.
This is the Morning Rush.
Evans Body Shop would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. We truly appreciate all of our customers, staff, friends, and family for their continued support and dedication. We could not do what we do without our dedicated staff and loyal customers, and we are truly blessed. Please drive safely during this most wonderful time of the year and enjoy the moments with your loved ones. If you do find yourself in an accident, we hope you will remember us at Evans Body Shop, 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
True Grit Running Company is where perseverance meets passion. Whether you're training for your first 5K, planning your next marathon, or just need comfortable shoes, True Grit Running Company has the gear to help you reach your goals. With our slow motion gait analysis and product knowledge, we can help you find a great pair of shoes. But we offer so much more than shoes. We carry apparel, nutrition, hydration accessories, injury prevention gear, and recovery products. We offer classes, workshops, and group runs. True Grit Running Company, 6808 Rogers Avenue, behind Chick-fil-A.
There are lots of options when it comes to maintenance and repair on your vehicle. Choose the right one. Choose Phoenix Avenue Tire. Maintain and extend the life of your vehicle with oil changes, brakes, batteries, radiators, shock struts, alignments. They do it all with Phoenix Avenue Tire. Starters, belts and hoses, steering and suspension. Phoenix Avenue Tire will treat your car or truck like the major investment it is. And do it right the first time. Phoenix Avenue Tire, 1701 Phoenix Avenue, right by the tracks.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. I've got a whole lot of inventory, and they've all got to go by the end of the year. So I've got a Christmas miracle of a deal guaranteed to brighten up your holiday season. All this month, save up to $3,800 below retail on the whole inventory of Rath road-ready vehicles. Time to trade the family truckster? Get up to $2,900 extra for it now at Rath Auto Resource. Planning a Christmas vacation? Bring in your sleigh today and let our team of experts in the Meineke Car Care Center make sure you get to Grandma's house and back. Are you stuck home alone waiting on your tax refund? Take advantage of our TaxMax program and get your nicer, newer car now. And save up to $3,800 below retail or get up to $2,900 extra for your trade. Only at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Whether you're going up to the game or coming back home, your one-stop shop for all your game day needs is at Workman's Travel Center. Located just off Interstate 49 on Exit 24 in Rudy and open 24 hours a day, Workman's Travel Center has everything you need for the ultimate game experience, including t-shirts, sunglasses, bumper stickers, car magnets, and much more. Don't forget the Ozark Mountain Grill on game day. Stop in for a barbecue or sliced brisket sandwich or one of their mouth-watering daily specials. Workman's Travel Center with 3 locations in Rudy, Ozark, and Lowell.
ESPN 95.3. Spitting the most fire takes you'll ever hear all morning long. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. I'm going to play you some audio from an interim coach at the Independence Bowl, and it is fantastic. I can't wait to get into it because it's going to get you motivated this morning. But it can also help if you have some extra energy from 3-Day Wall Breaker.
Yeah, 3-Day Wall Breaker would make a great Christmas gift as well. You can get it online at 3daywallbreaker.com or at your Total Fitness shop. Give the gift of energy, natural energy, with 3-Day Wall Breaker, a revolutionary nutritional drink mix, orange-flavored powder mix. It targets complete mind and body support. No stimulants, no sugars. This is perfect for everyday use. And if you need that extra bit of energy, particularly in the afternoons, this is perfect for you with all natural ingredients. 3-Day Wall Breaker will make you feel the energy level every day. So try it for 3 days. Feel the difference. It's got vitamin C, B12, glucosamine, all great natural ingredients that you want in your body. Not the sugars, not the caffeines. This is the way to go. Plus your muscles feel better, and you got better mental focus as well. Again, find it at your Total Fitness shop or online at 3daywallbreaker.com. It's a perfect Christmas gift as well. That's 3-Day Wall Breaker online at 3daywallbreaker.com.
So Temple is playing in the Independence Bowl down in Shreveport. Well, Jeff Collins, who was their coach, was hired at Georgia Tech. So, just like happens so often, you have an interim coach go into the bowl game. And the fact that and normally a lot of these coaches try to apply and show out that they are the right man for the job because they normally want to take over and get that interim tag taken off and become the actual head coach. Well, I have never in my life heard any coach more pumped up and excited to play in Shreveport than interim coach Ed Foley.
Our football team is going to come down here ready to play. We're going to practice really hard. I hope that we play well, but I know that we'll play hard. And we're going to find out about Duke, and we're going to find out about Temple, and we're going to find out about which one of those football clubs wants to hit each other harder or longer. That's what we're going to decide here on the 27th. Get around our players. They are going to love you. They are going to love Shreveport, and you're going to love them. And they are going to be so appreciative of being here. Guys, it's going to be one of the greatest teams that you've ever had here, I promise you that. So we're fired up to be here.
Tommy, have you ever been that fired up about anything? Like that is intense.
Did he come out of a van down by the river?
You know what? It's funny because that's what I felt like too. If he just would have had a little more crack in his voice, he would have. And look, his name's Ed Foley instead of Matt Foley.
Exactly.
I mean, it is about as close as you could have. But when I heard that video yesterday, again, I have never heard anybody more pumped to be in Shreveport, Louisiana, playing in the Independence Bowl than interim coach of the Temple Owls, Ed Foley.
Ed Foley's pumped about the $25,000 bonus Ed Foley's going to get the coach of the team.
Man.
Ed Foley's wife is really pumped about it.
Man, I'm pumped. Like, I wanted to run through a wall for this guy. Yeah. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know if we're going to play any better, but by God, we're going to try hard. I think that's kind of what he said.
It's pretty much. In a very passionate, fiery speech, He essentially said the thing that pretty much happens in every game. Hey, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to play really hard and hope we win.
Yeah. Wow. We'll hit somebody.
It's just a great thing. And I love coaches like that. And I'm sure that people appreciate coaches like that. I don't know if he's going to get the job at Temple. I don't know if he's going to be retained or whatnot, but I got to give the guy kudos, give him credit because he's trying. Because there's, like I mentioned, Tommy, there's a lot of these coaches that get this interim tag put on because their head coaches end up taking other jobs before the bowl game. That in a way that they're kind of interviewing and applying for a job themselves. Sometimes it's in the situation where they could take over as head coach there at the school that they're an interim at. And then there's other times where they could possibly work themselves into another coaching spot, another big-time coaching spot as well. So it seems like it happens fairly often. I don't know. I've always had a problem, though, with having a coach have an interim, do one game, a bowl game, and then say, you know what, he's the guy for our next head coach. Let's go ahead and give it to him because he performed well in one bowl game.
In Shreveport.
Of all places, in Shreveport. So,
you ever spend much time in Shreveport?
My buddy Fratrick is from Shreveport, and I've been down there once. I know they got casinos, right? That's kind of the big thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing there. Yeah, absolutely.
So, but that's about it. Have you spent a lot of time down there?
I've not spent a lot of time. Been a couple times, and beyond the football and a bowl game, or if you're going down there just for a football game, or the casinos, I'm not sure what else is left.
So how did they get a bowl game? Because I feel like the Independence Bowl has been around a long time.
It has. It has been.
So was like Shreveport, when the bowl game was essentially given to them, were they like a happening place back then, like more so than what they are now? I'm not hating on the city. I'm just curious because usually you see destination spots get these bowl games, not places like Shreveport, essentially. So I don't know.
I think it was probably more of a happening place decades ago. That bowl game's been around a long time.
It has. I mean, it's got a lot of tradition and history there. Arkansas has only played in it, at least in recent memory, once, back when they played Missouri in 2004, ended up getting the victory there. So Arkansas doesn't even have that much experience with Shreveport in the Independence Bowl. But you know what? I bet you Arkansas fans would have loved to have been in Shreveport this year. Would have loved to have been in a bowl game this season, even if it was Shreveport. But unfortunately for them, that is not the case. We got the second hour of the show coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us, folks. This is The Morning Rush.
Pick your Christmas savings sale at Gray Brothers Equipment and make your best deal on a new Kubota tractor. From the L2501 Kubota tractor to the most powerful M7 Series Kubota. Once you've made your deal, pick an ornament from the Gray Brothers Christmas tree and receive up to $1,000 additional savings. Don't miss out on the Gray Brothers' largest end-of-the-year savings ever. Now through December 31st. Gray Brothers Equipment, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a limit.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! The year-end event is underway right now at Randall Ford. Check out the all-new 2018 Ford Edge, Ford Escape, Ford Explorer, or the EcoSport. Your choice with 0%. Or get 0% for 60 months plus $2,000 Ford bonus cash or up to $12,500 off on a new 2018 F-150. During the year-end event going on now at Randall Ford. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers, or online at randallford.com. Home of the lowest price guarantee.
Guys, are you tired of all the hassles with your CPAP machine? Putting on the mask every night, cleaning or replacing hoses and filters? Tired of taking it on trips and wondering where you're going to plug it in? And don't forget the distilled water. You need a solution. River Valley Sleep Solutions. Replace your CPAP with an innovative custom-fitted mouthguard. Medical insurance is accepted, and financing options are available. Find out more at rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
A few spotty light rain showers or sprinkles with us today. Otherwise, we will see an increase in the cloud cover. High temperatures in the middle to upper 50s. Rain chances increasing tonight. An overnight low, mid-40s north, closer to 50 south. And showers with a few storms on Thursday. Highs mid-50s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station.
Oh, man. Talk radio? Yes, talk radio. So boring, man.
Okay. Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
I got that one.
This.
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Is
Smile.
The Morning Rush.
Best sports talk show in Arkansas.
Am I wrong 'cause I wanna get it on till I die? Am I wrong 'cause I wanna get it on till I die? Get it on.
Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me?
With John Neighbors.
7 years and no degree. You should have graduated twice by now.
I've done a lot in 7 years.
Tommy Kraft.
Get off my lawn. Listen, old man, did you hear me? I said get off my lawn now.
Former Hog QB Tyler Wilson.
If you bring one of those Vortex footballs that whistles and it's got the tail on the end of it, I think I can throw it over the whole stadium.
And Ty Richardson.
You want to tie me up with some of your ties, Ty?
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. It's a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We're going to discuss that and give our beefs around 8 o'clock this morning. But if you want to call in and give your own beefs of who you're beefing with or what you're beefing with, go ahead and do that. 877-377-6963 will be that number to call in. But in this segment, I want to switch it up a little bit because this is a topic that I think is very polarizing, where people are very divisive in their, I guess, opinions of something so simple and something that really has nothing to do with their own respective schools, most of the cases, at least not for Arkansas, but still something that seems to be a growing problem when it comes to college football, and that's entering into the bowl season. We mentioned earlier in the show, was it, Tommy, 40 bowl games, something like
40
that?
bowls.
Ridiculous.
40, maybe 42. Anyway, there's right around 80 teams that get into the postseason.
So over half the teams in college football and FBS.
More than two-thirds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 127 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Which I'm not complaining about the number of bowl games because I love football. I love college football, and if it's more college football games, I'm all for it. I'm never going to complain about that. The one thing, though, that seems to be a problem is that each year – you have more players skipping out on the bowl games because you have guys that are getting ready for the NFL, maybe guys that are transferring out, whatever it is. And this year is at an all-time high. And this really got started with this discussion because it's one thing if you don't really know much about the players, but it really got started because Will Grier up at West Virginia, who was, I think he finished fourth in the Heisman race, maybe fifth. He was right there in it. He didn't get an invite to New York, but still was a really good quarterback. He announced Saturday that he'd be sitting out the Camping World Bowl against Syracuse. So now there are about 12 players skipping out on bowl games this season. And, you know, somebody like Will Grier, it's really difficult for me to grasp because you're talking about the quarterback, the best player on the team, who led this team all year, and then in the final game, your final game as a college football player, you're sitting out. And I know that there's a lot of pieces and there's a lot of arguments to be made, but it just feels wrong to me that the leader of your team is not going to go out there and play in his final game in a bowl game, even though I know it's meaningless to you and you got to worry about your own health and your own safety and your own draft stock, and I get all that. But, Tommy, it just feels wrong to me when you see players sitting out for bowl games, especially if it's someone like the quarterback position that has been the leader of the team all season long.
No, I'm with you. I mean, yeah, I get it if you were, you know, particularly first half of the first round or even a first-round selection. You know, for a bowl game that is outside of the New Year's Day 6, I get the thought process and the why. I just don't know how you look your teammates in the eye and say, sorry, I'm not going to – I'm quitting on you. There's no other way around it than I'm quitting on you.
Yeah. And I feel like with someone like Drew Lock, for instance, he says there's no question in his mind he's playing in the bowl game, so people are kind of taking the opposite effect. I know that there are people that feel that it is always about the player's individual career, and if they have a chance to make the NFL, you don't want to risk it in that quote-unquote meaningless bowl game because the last thing you want to do is get injured in that game and it end up hurting you. So I get that fact, and I think it's important. I think players need to take care of themselves the best of their ability to make sure that they don't jeopardize their career, because we all know how the NFL works, Tommy. We know that if there's a player that is draftable, but then he gets hurt close to the NFL draft or close to the combine or whatnot, and it's detrimental. I mean, it really puts you behind the eight ball. So I get all of that and how important it is. But when it comes down to it, I think it's just the competitor and on a lot of us where if there's a game to be played, I want to play in it. If there is a game where my team and my teammates are in it, I want to be in it. And I don't care if it's a meaningless bowl game. I don't care if it's – because here's the thing. If that was so important, why would you play in these when you play FCF opponents in non-conference games? I mean, why do you play in those then? Because those can be considered meaningless regular season games. So I just feel like it's a very tough situation for me to wrap my head around, to where and I don't play football. I played football at the lowest of levels. I tore my Achilles tendon, and I did not play at a very high level. I know that may be shocking to some people.
Because that was preventing you from going to the next level.
That's what the excuse I'm rolling with. But if I was able to go out there and play in football, I'd play. I mean, I just would. And so I'm just wondering if it keeps growing, if this list of players that are sitting out of these bowl games keep growing, where Tommy, there's also going to be times too where these bowl games are going to be pretty pissed off if some of their star players that they invited to this bowl game are sitting out and not playing. That's going to be problematic. So do we need to start approaching it differently? Do players need to start being required to play in these bowl games? Do we need to just let it roll, and if they want to play in it, fine. If not, whatever? I mean, because it's going to be a time where it might get out of hand, and a lot of these bowl games are going to suffer because of it if you don't have the star players, or at least the players that everyone wants to see, playing in those bowl games.
No, because once you get past the college football playoff games and the New Year's Day 6 games, the rest of it's about tourism, right?
That's right.
I mean, that's honestly what all these other bowls exist for, because the winner or the loser doesn't matter. It's about hotel rooms. It's about teams getting some money to help their conference. But in a lot of cases, the money, the $750,000 or the $1 million they're getting, I'm amazed how the schools spend as much as they spend going to these bowl games. But they spend a ton of money. So, I mean, the net of it is some schools go in the hole on bowl games, So it's all about tourism. It's all about infusion of people coming to a town like a Shreveport. We were talking about earlier the Independence Bowl, or Memphis, or Birmingham, or Nashville, or just keep going down the list, or Orlando, like we're talking about here with Will Greer, and getting hotel rooms, eating in restaurants. That's why these cities want to have these bowl games. And then it's about programming for ESPN. You'd be surprised if you looked into it how many of these bowl games ESPN either is a joint venture on or completely owns the bowl itself. Why do they do it? Because there's not a lot of college basketball that will draw ratings, and they need programming to put on that people will watch so they can sell ads that people will pay for. Well, what you're talking about there, you start taking the best players out of these games. Who's going to travel to see the game, stay in the hotels, eat the meals, tune in to watch, and the whole business model collapses on this thing. So absolutely, it's important for these guys to play. Now from their perspective, they say, "What do I care? What am I getting out of it?"
Mm-hmm.
I get that too.
Well, and I've also heard the argument of some people saying, "Well, then these players need to give back a portion of their scholarship if they're not playing in a game," which I think is a little extreme. I don't know if I'm going to go that route. But I get where people are coming from and feeling that way. It's just, I don't know. It's a problematic thing that I don't want college football to turn into. And I don't think anybody wants college football to go down this route where it's more about not playing for your team and it's more about you as an individual in a team sport. Because, listen, if I was a player on that respective team that was really looking forward to this bowl game and was really looking to have, maybe it was my senior year, maybe I wasn't going to make the NFL, maybe I want to get drafted, but it was something that meant something to me, I would take issue with that if my star quarterback or my star running back or offense or whoever is saying, you know what, guys, I get that this may mean something to you, but it means nothing to me because my career is more important than this final bowl game. I think that could be problematic if you're having that opinion.
You were talking about Arkansas playing Missouri in that Independence Bowl. In
Sean Andrews, right?
Sean Andrews had nasal polyps that he had that kept him from playing, but everyone knew that was a wink. This was back when it was, you didn't skip out on it. You had to have an injury to really get out. You just didn't elect to not play in the bowl game, and everyone just kind of rolled their eyes and raised their eyebrows when they said he didn't play because of nasal polyps. No, it's because you're projected to be a first-round selection.
Yeah, and you didn't want to play in what was looked at as a meaningless bowl game.
Right. And Arkansas ended up winning, so no one really remembered that, that wasn't – it didn't cost Arkansas the game, so no one really gave it a lot of thought. But it happened then. It was just It was just disguised as something else.
Yeah,
you know, in a lot of people's opinion. You know, I don't know. I've never had nasal polyps, so
I don't even know how to spell it. So I probably haven't had it either. That's for sure. Let's go to the phone lines. Matt's in Fort Smith. What's going on, Matt?
Hey guys, just listening to you this morning, and something that gets talked about a lot in these bowl games is the amount of practices that are such good for teams like in Arkansas, for example. Let's say last year we would have made a bowl game, and we get all these extra practices to prepare for the spring and for next season. Well, if Allen had said, hey, the only shot I got at making the NFL is that combine, so I'm going to do everything I can to get ready for that combine because that's the only shot he's got, we may have looked at that as an opportunity to say, hey, now we get to get, these other quarterbacks, all those first team reps. They get to go through all that reps on the first team. They get meaningful playing experience, and maybe they didn't get during the season. So then we would have gone into this season with a little bit more experienced quarterback. That's just another take on, what you guys are discussing.
Yeah, and I think that situation would make sense at the time, but, there's a lot of these cases where they're not looking to say, oh, let's see what the next quarterback can do. They're wanting to win the bowl game. Like for the instance of West Virginia, I know that it's not the New Year's Six bowl game that they're playing in, but I don't know if the fans up there are saying, okay, well, yeah, let's get Will Grier out of here and let's see what we got working with. I don't know if that's a mentality that they have up there, but still, I think every situation's different, and I think every fan base reacts. I'm just going off of the fact that somebody like Will Grier, if you're a Razorback fan or West Virginia fan or whatever, if your best player, your leader of your team, the guy that's gotten you to where you're at right now, is sitting out the bowl game just because he doesn't want to risk injury or all that, it just feels wrong. And that's what it comes down to. It just feels wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just feels wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a team sport, and we know the value and the importance of the quarterback. And when the quarterback decides, it changes everything. It's one thing if if a wide receiver decides he's not going to play. Mm-hmm. Well, there's sometimes 3, 4, maybe even 5 of those guys in the formation, depending on what you got on the field. It doesn't change your offense as dramatically in a lot of cases, like Amari Cooper a few years ago. But nonetheless, when the quarterback changes, that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything.
Yeah. I know it didn't happen, but just imagine that if Ryan Mallett in the Sugar Bowl said, no, I'm not playing. Mm-hmm. I think Tyler would have done fine, but it would have upset people. Or say if Tyler in the Cotton Bowl, he had said, no, you know what, I'm not coming back for my senior year. I'm going to the NFL. What if he had said, you know what, I'm not going to play in the Cotton Bowl. I want to work on my NFL career. What are you going to do in that situation? I mean, Brandon Mitchell would come in, and I think people would feel okay. But still, it'd just be like, wow, okay. That's not – you'd want to win those games. So,
Brandon Allen.
Yeah, or Brandon Allen. So maybe you'd look at it from different perspectives there. I don't know. It's just, it just feels wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just feels wrong. So if you have an opinion on that, though, I think it's fascinating to talk about. And maybe there's some other points that we didn't make that you want to get on the conversation. 877-377-6963 is that number to call in on a What's Your Beef Wednesday presented by Kevin Hickey Law.
Yeah, Kevin Hickey Law Partners. If you're facing divorce, child custody issues, something with DHS, even a criminal matter, this is a hard time of the year to go through something like that. Right here at the holidays and with Christmas, the team at Kevin Hickey Law is there to represent you through the whole process. They've seen it all. They've dealt with it all. Angry spouses not telling the whole story, telling the truth about what's going on in a bad custody battle. DHS not giving you the whole story as well. You name it, Kevin's seen it. So your situation's not going to be unique or new to him, and he'll be ready to help you face it. They've got a team made up of experienced, caring individuals that are ready to fight for you from your corner. Call the legal professionals at Kevin Hickey Law Partners today. They have an office in Fort Smith, also one in Bentonville as well. 479-434-2414 in the River Valley. North of the tunnel, 479-802-6560. They're ready for you. All of those phone numbers and more details about Kevin and his practice are online at kevinhickeylaw.com. That's kevinhickeylaw.com for the Kevin Hickey Law Partners.
The most honest sports radio show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
For the third consecutive year, you voted Crabtree RV in Alma the area's best RV dealer. The best customers, along with the top brands, biggest showroom, and friendliest staff have made us #1 again. And to show our appreciation, sales tax paid. That's right. Now through December 31st, Crabtree will pay your state sales tax on all new or used travel trailers and fifth wheels in stock. Thank you, and happy holidays from everyone at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Walker Heart Institute at Washington Regional offers preventive and acute care as well as management of chronic conditions. Our 11 board-certified cardiologists are innovative leaders, providing Northwest Arkansas's first electrophysiology program, outpatient heart failure clinic, valve clinic, and lipid clinic. Plus, Washington Regional is the first in the state to be accredited by the American College of Cardiology as a chest pain center with life-saving PCI intervention and resuscitation. For a complete list of locations and services, go to walkerheart.org.
This is the Morning Rush.
Let's see. Search for tire shops in my area.
Y'all need some help? I'm the tire guy.
Who are you and why are you in my living room?
You need to be more worried about taking care of your old tires. Head on over to Southern Tire Mart. We get you rolling with your new Toyos, the best-selling tires in Fort Smith. Be sure to take advantage of our $24.95 oil change and our free multi-point vehicle inspection.
I only have one more question, tire guy.
All right.
Why is there a mariachi band in my living room as well? Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith, your #1 tire and service store.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Great Christmas ideas for your special loved one or at the Golf Nut. Through the holiday season, get Pro V1 and Pro V1X golf balls for $39.99 a dozen, or get the #1 selling ball, the Volvic Vivid golf ball, buy 2 dozen for only $55. Gift certificates are always a great stocking stuffer for the hard-to-buy guy on your list. Call now for a reservation to the indoor simulators, and as always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, your #1 golf shop since 1994.
Employee pricing for all at Orr Chevy in Fort Smith. Make this a December to remember with Silverado crew cabs up to $12,000 off, or drive away in a 2019 Spark 20% off. 0 down, only $179 a month. And employee pricing on 2019 Traverse, Equinox, and Colorado. Only at Orr do all new vehicles come with lifetime engine warranty, 2 years free maintenance, and free car washes for life. Stop in today to see why you always score more with Orr Chevy. Shop online 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Jerry Roller Insurance Agency, your #1 Arkansas fan. Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Jerry Roller Insurance Agency. Check out their website at jerryroller.com.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Budweiser wants you to drink wiser. And here's the thing. 74% of you already choose to stay in control instead of overdoing it when you're out with friends. So order a cheeseburger before a big night. Have a glass of water alongside your beer. The good news is that most of you are already making the right choice. But what would be even better is for everyone to drink wiser. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Chalupas, tamales, and refried beans. The freshest tortillas that you'll ever eat. Authentic, delicious, we all can agree. It's the real taste of Mexican food.
All summer long, Juan's Mexican Restaurant is bringing the food and drink specials to you. Every Monday is Margarita Monday. $1.99 margaritas all day long. So bring the whole gang and enjoy Margarita Mondays at 1.
It's the real taste of Mexican food.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in. We're going to continue the conversation here in just a second. But first, this from Williams Tractor.
Yeah, they're in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers. They want to show their appreciation, inviting you to their year-end celebration. The end of 2018 is a perfect opportunity to save big. 0% financing or choose cash back on current year Boomer and Workmaster compact and utility tractors. Hurry into Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. And do it right now because the New Holland year-end celebration ends on December 31st.
By the way, just for all of you who are just joining us, we are streaming live, video streaming live, on YouTube as well as on Twitter, via Periscope, as well as Facebook at Hit That Line and all of our accounts there. And somebody asked about Tommy, and they said, "Why is Tommy not on there? Is he too?" And they, literally, I'm not kidding, Tommy. He asked,
"Give me a camera, guys."
I
don't know why.
They just asked, "Are you too old to be on the camera?" So I mean,
yes.
that was a legitimate comment. So
and correct answer is yes.
Yeah. Tommy is too old for the camera because apparently I didn't know this, but apparently there is an age that you have to be under. You know, it's kind of like you have to be at least this tall to ride this ride. You have to be at least under this age to be on Periscope and all that fun stuff. So yes,
probably too short and too old.
Short, too old, too grumpy.
Yeah. In fact, I may have to get off the have to duck out here in the next segment so I can go take my pills for the morning. You know.
Yeah, you want to give us those pill names, Tommy, of what what all they do? So
there's 40 of them.
Oh,
so,
40 of them. Wow. Okay. So I guess that's what
liver pill, a kidney pill.
Whatever keeps you going, man. Whatever keeps you going. Yeah. So, but yeah. Well, no, Tommy's not too old for the video. Listen, Tommy's out doing Tommycraft things. We don't ask questions. We just show up and do the show, and then Tommy just appears. Out of thin air. We just don't know where he's at. We don't know what he's doing, but we just know that it's important because it's Tommycraft.
I'm just glad that someone noticed, and I will be there tomorrow to help rescue this video stream. I will be there tomorrow to do it.
Yep, and just like we mentioned, it'll probably break or something will be going wrong, and you and Ty are going to go back and forth on whose fault it is again, and just the old traditions.
Ty's fault. There's no question whose fault it will be.
Typically, when you're the boss, you can decide who is ever at fault in a situation.
I've already decided.
Yes.
Quick decision.
Yes. Tommy makes those decisions pretty quick when it comes to somebody else and who could possibly be at fault. So
it's Ty.
Yes, it's always Ty. But the thing is, if I'm not here, then it's probably my fault. It's just whoever is not there at the time.
It's a matter of convenience.
Yes, it's always about convenience. That is for sure. So, but we got more of the conversation. I know we got more of your phone calls to get to as well. 877-377-6963 is that number to call in. We have also, when we're talking about players skipping bowl games, some interesting tweets that I want to get into later as well. Stay with us, folks. This is The Morning Rush.
The hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Hot tubs starting at $26.95. Check out Hot Springs Hot Tubs, America's #1 hot tub. 0% interest for 60 months or instant rebates up to $2,700. Burton Pools and Spas, hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd. The best Christmas present ever, a hot spring spa from Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and online at burtonpools.com.
So you hear that the Powerball and Mega Millions jackpots are a chance to win a ridiculous amount of money, and you want to get in on the action. The Quick Pick option makes getting a ticket simple and fast. Just stop by your Arkansas Scholarship Lottery retail store and ask the cashier for a quick pick. Your computer-generated numbers are printed out in seconds, so play your lucky numbers or play it quick. Just play. Either way could be your ticket to more. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
It's Razorback Camper Sales end-of-year blowout sale. These are the lowest prices in the state. Check out the 21-foot Salem Bunkhouse travel trailer. It has all the options. Only $15,929 or just $163 a month. Or the 26-foot Salem Bunkhouse with slide out for extra room. Only $19,990 or $205 a month. As always, it's a low-pressure, no-hassle experience at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Williams Tractor in Berryville, and Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. We wanted to show our appreciation by inviting you to our year-end celebration. The end of 2018 is a perfect opportunity to save big. Get 0% financing or choose cash back on current year Boomer and Workmaster compact and utility tractors. Hurry into Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Williams Tractor in Berryville, and Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers now because the New Holland year-end celebration ends December 31st. And on behalf of all of Williams Tractor, I'd like to wish you a happy holiday season.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
You have work to do. You need a tractor that helps get it done. TYM has the full range of tractors designed to meet the task. With the TYM easy-to-use controls and features, switching from one job to another is easy. And with the full range of models from 19 horsepower to 105 horsepower turbo, there's a TYM tractor that's right for the job and for you. But you can't buy a TYM tractor just anywhere. It's only sold at authorized TYM dealers like Bush Tractor, 7301 South Zero, Fort Smith.
Changing jobs? What do you do with the money in your 401k? Should you leave it where it is, take it with you, roll it over into an IRA, or into your new employer's retirement plan? It is essential to consider the continued tax deferral of these retirement funds and to avoid current taxes and penalties that can eat into the amount of money you've saved. Contact Brad Lewis at United Financial Advisors to learn more about your options. That's 242-7466 or our website at ufadvisors.net.
Securities and advisory services offered through Royal Alliance Associates and member FINRA SIPC. United Financial Advisors is a marketing destination.
ESPN 95.3. Get after the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Going to get to your phone calls here in just a second. But first, we're going to tell you about Trinity Multifamily.
Yeah, your teammate in the real estate game. If you own apartment complexes, duplexes, and other rental properties, Trinity Multifamily is there to help you manage those properties. Also, if you live in Northwest Arkansas and you're looking for a new place to call home, they also want to let you know about Watercolors of Centerton. Features like a golf simulator, fully equipped fitness center, resort-style pool with patio, fire pit. The list goes on and on of all the great features, quartz countertops, valet trash service. Learn more about this property online at watercolorsofcenterton.com. Specific website for that property. So if you're in Northwest Arkansas, check that out, watercolorsofcenterton.com. Trinity Multifamily, online at trinitymultifamily.com or call 479-452-1817. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Let's go to the phone lines. Rod is on I-40. What's going on, Rod?
Good morning, guys. Interesting topic. I couldn't help but reflect. After 6 years of what we've been through, I would kill to be in the toilet bowl right now. I don't care what bowl it is, Liberty, Independence, Santa Fe. I don't care what bowl we get.
Yeah,
Birmingham.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the perspective here now is just it's sad because 6, 7, 8 years ago you said I would hate to be in that bowl game, but at this point in time, hey, if you just got an invitation, you'd be taking it and you'd be all about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember my last game of football I ever played, and I'd have killed to have one more game of ball. I don't care what it was, just anything. And these guys, these 5 stars that are going to go on to be NFL players, that's great. That's really good, and all that. But they got to appreciate that if you're a riding running back and you've got racked up over 1,200 yards this year, you've got a pretty good line in front of you, and there's a lot of people out there that made you look good. But that's those guys, and now you got to be there for those guys. Mm-hmm. That's your team.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, Rod. It's just it's a weird conundrum that people find themselves in when it comes to these bowl games because it just feels so weird to say you're not playing in a bowl. You're not playing in a game that your team's playing in because you choose not to. It's just it just feels wrong. I mean, it comes back to just feeling wrong. That's for sure. So, but hey, by the way, Rod, we've been talking about office Christmas parties. What's your office Christmas party like, if you even have an office Christmas party?
No, man, I drive a truck. The last time I went to one of our Christmas parties, I almost got fired because I wet willied the boss after I had a little too much sauce. and both ears, dude. And they almost ran me off. I'm like,
both ears?
Yeah, I walked up behind him. I said, hey, John, woo! And, boy, I mean, it was just no bueno. It wasn't no good at all. And my wife, I said, that was not, she goes, not funny.
Oh,
she
man.
My wife was like, all the way home, she goes, I can't believe you did that. I said, did what? I was pretty juiced up.
Hey, I mean, but that's what Christmas parties are about, right? It's about
thus the Morning Rush Christmas luncheon rather than Christmas dinner.
yes, the Christmas luncheon, the brunch, if
Tommy
you will.
trying to keep us down.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wet willied.
Yeah, well, I mean, and not only just wet willied, but double wet willy too. I mean, that's probably the worst. So, well,
by a truck driver.
He got the steamboat, man. He got both sides of the trip. I mean, he was not amused. I'm like, thank God that's been 15 years ago. I think he's forgotten. I'm not sure.
Good grief! Yeah, I would be pretty upset if that happened to me too. Just throwing it out there.
I quit drinking on that. I hadn't drank any since.
That's good.
That's
a good choice.
Hey, if you're running, because here's the thing: it may have been your boss this time. It may have been cool, but if you go around to Dixon Street or something like that and start giving people wet willies, they may not be so kind. So yeah, it's probably a good thing that you went down that route.
They'd probably give me a wedgie and wrap my underwear up over my shoulder.
Yeah, don't want to go down that road. Appreciate the phone call, Rod.
You bet.
Have a great one, man. So yeah, great stuff. That's what's going to happen tomorrow, Tommy. Be ready.
Oh, more in earmuffs. So, hey, call World of Wireless 877-305-DISH. Sign up right now as part of their 23 years in business. They're celebrating right now their anniversary. Get over $700 in savings your first 2 years, including $200 in cash gift cards when you sign up right now. That's 877-305-DISH. Be installed before the weekend is up with World of Wireless. 23 years in business. Your local dish dealer. 877-305-DISH for World of Wireless.
Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair is your one-stop shop for all repairs. Paintless Dent Repair, door dings, unsightly dents, and hail damage repair, all repaired to like new conditions. With over 1 million repaired vehicles with satisfied customers, Michael Littleton is the expert in paintless repair. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair, conveniently located 3 miles from the Arcoma exit off Highway 112. Or call 479-461-9764. Your number one Arkansas fan.
Make Christmas great at Dara Tool Central in Fort Smith. Check out the mini buy one, get one DeWalt tools while supplies last. DeWalt, guaranteed tough. Milwaukee Tool Special is a free battery with the purchase of select kits. That's while supplies last. Milwaukee, nothing but heavy duty. Don't know what tools someone needs? Gift cards are available from Dara Tool Central. Professional grade tools in the best service in Fort Smith at 4731 0 Street. Make Christmas great at Dara Tool Central. Gift cards are available.
When was the last time you looked forward to seeing the dentist? Well, if it's been a while or you haven't had the best of experience with dentistry, meet Marcy Van Ash McKinney of Family Dentistry. They take care of it all: crowns, bonding, dentures, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry. They even offer oral consciousness sedation available for your comfort. That's Marcy Van Ash McKinney Family Dentistry at 807 South 21st. Call for an appointment today, 494-7600. That's 494-7600.
Doe's Eat Place is the best of the best steakhouse in the River Valley. Award-winning steaks in a great atmosphere is what you will experience every time. Doe's Eat Place offers over 150 selections of wine, including 50 Cabernets, 200 spirits, including 80 whiskeys, bourbons, and scotch, and 75 beers, with 20 different local beers and 50 imported and craft beers. Everything you need for a memorable evening is at Doe's Eat Place.
Hey y'all, if anyone wants to stop by and bring us food.
Did we really put a sign up back
Church
that
Street.
says Ashley Judd sucks?
Yeah, I put it up.
That's good. I like that.
Spitting the most fire takes you'll ever hear all morning long. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Razorback Camper Sales.
Yeah, exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs. The end of your blowout sale going on right now at Razorback Camper Sales. The lowest prices in the state. You don't have to go any further than Razorback Camper Sales. They have the lowest prices. You'll find them there, including their 21-foot Salem bunkhouse travel trailer. They have marked these down. All the options. This is not a stripped-down, loss leader type deal where you're not going to get many of the features and then you say, well, I wanted this, this, and this. Oh, well, we got it over here. No, this is fully loaded, $15,929. That's just $163 a month. Here's another example of a great low price they have at Razorback Camper Sales. The 26-foot Salem bunkhouse with a slide out. A little bit larger. Not much more in money, though. Just $19,990 or $205 a month. Great way to get started with a travel trailer or an RV right now. It's all at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off the bypass in Hot Springs. Online at RazorbackCamperSales.com. That's Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs.
You know, we've been talking a lot about these players skipping out on these bowl games for trying to get ready for the NFL is most of the cases that we know about. And Tommy, you brought up that great example of Shawn Andrews back in the Independence Bowl in 2004, I believe, when he had what was it again?
Nasal polyps is what I remember.
Nasal polyp. What is nasal polyps?
Well, if I remember right, now we're going back a few years. He needed to get these nasal polyps cleaned out so he could breathe better. He would get more oxygen that way, make his body more efficient. And those had been cauterized out or removed, or however you go in there and do it. I'm sure it's not a lot of fun. But that was the reason he was recovering from that and could not play.
Okay, yeah, because I actually just had to look it up. They're soft, painless, non-cancerous growths on the lining of your nasal passages or sinuses, and they hang down like teardrops or grapes. So there you go. For those
I just remember at the time a lot of people rolled their eyes, raised their eyes. Hey, this is a convenient way to not play in a bowl game and risk injury, because the procedure to remove those would not have necessarily prohibited you from being able to play. If you really wanted to play in that game, you could have.
Yeah,
and everybody's like, well, he's going to be a first rounder, and hey, I get it. Probably would have made the same choice myself, perhaps. I don't know, but this has been going on just under a different disguise for a while.
And don't you think it would have been? It's a little different too, because and again, it's not saying it's right or wrong, but isn't it a little different though if it's Shawn Andrews, even as great as he was, he's a fantastic player, or Matt Jones? I mean, wouldn't it have been that big of a difference though if Matt Jones would have come out and said the same thing? It would have been a bigger storyline. Because I think it's just all about who's
quarterback. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if it's the quarterback, I mean, I think that's a huge part of it, and it would have been the same thing if Darren McFadden said it. It's all about just how good that player is, how important they've been to the team's success, and where they're at now. Not to say that Shawn Andrews wasn't important to Arkansas' success that year, because he absolutely was. I mean, he was the best offensive lineman that Arkansas has probably ever had. But it's all about just who that player is, what they've done that season, and what the reasoning is behind it. And, one of the questions that was brought up by Timothy, he says, what about the Senior Bowl stuff? Nobody skips those games. That seems like a meaningless game as well. Equal chances to get hurt just like in a bowl game. Well, the difference is, Timothy, is that in the Senior Bowls and things like that, they actually have NFL scouts all over the place. They are dedicated to that game to watch. And so if you're going out and trying to further your NFL career, there is not a better place to do it than to do it at a Senior Bowl when you have nothing but littered NFL scouts all across the board. So I get what you're saying, though, because you're going to risk injury in so many different things that you do. And I guess it's just because if you look at that, if you weigh the options there, you would be more likely to get hurt in a full contact 100% football game. But injuries can happen at any point in time. I mean, you think about when Michael Qualls got hurt and how tough that was on him when people thought he was going to come back for his senior year, ended up going to the NBA Combine. People thought that he would be a second-round pick from the way he worked himself up, had a pretty terrible injury, and he wasn't drafted. So, and it was just during practices and whatnot and NBA Combine stuff. So it can happen at any time. It's just when you make the decision to do it, it just feels like you're letting your team down. I wish Tyler Wilson was on with his former Razorback quarterback, because I'd like to get his thoughts on this, because maybe he disagrees with us, Tommy, because I know he's all about going, if you want to further your career, to go out and do it. But I just feel like there's a lot of things that as a football player, as a basketball player, as a baseball player or whatnot, that you could justify to yourself that you could skip out on because you don't think it means anything or you don't want to risk your injury, but you're still skipping out on your team. You're still skipping out on the game of football. And I just couldn't imagine putting anybody into perspective. And I'm sure you were the same way, Tommy, that there's a game to be played. You wanted to go play in it.
Yeah. And I'm sure from the player's perspective, and maybe you guys can weigh in a little more as far as how this actually works. The sooner you declare you're done with college football, the sooner you can get on with the NFL training, which means you can probably get on with getting some money from your agent in the interim until you sign that pro deal. So I don't know all that to exactly how that works, but I know at some point when you're done, your agent can front you some things, services and cash and a few things that the agent will arrange because your amateur status is completed. So, that might be another thing. You move on to the IMG Academy or wherever you're going to do your training, you get a head start on that, getting ready for the Combine. So that's, I'm sure, tempting as well, that you're not living under the guidelines and the rules and the curfews and all the stuff that goes along with being a college football player, and you got a little more maybe financial freedom because now you're a professional athlete.
Hey, well, but Tommy, we read off the bowl gifts yesterday.
Well, yeah, I know.
I mean, some of those stuff was pretty
I didn't
awesome
say
stuff.
it was an easy choice, John.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you get that Bass Pro Shop shopping spree. I mean, that's what it's all about. But no, and I think that could absolutely be something that plays into effect because, again, we don't know what the NCAA regulations are, but I would assume that as soon as that college athlete is done with college and college activities, it's free reign. They can do whatever. They can sign the agents. They can get the benefits from it all and all of that. So, yeah, I think that could possibly be a factor into it, too. It's just, because here's the next question that comes into it, because I feel like, and at least this hasn't happened yet, but I feel like if there's a player in the college football playoff that has a chance of making the NFL, you're not going to see him sit out. Like if it's some great quarterback or great running back or whoever that could sit out the game, they won't because of the magnitude of the game itself. So it then becomes a question, okay, is there a cutoff of what game would be considered meaningless and not meaningless? Is it just New Year's Six bowls or above? Yeah. Those games would be okay to play in, or you have to play in those because they're big games? Or is it games before January 1st that you don't want? I mean, I'm wondering just at what point in time do you chalk it up to saying, you know what, this bowl game doesn't mean enough for me to risk injury and go out and play for it?
I mean, if you look at it just financially, here's what my signing bonus could be. Here's what my first contract could be in the NFL. Would even playing in the college football playoff, if that was the only criteria you used in making the decision, is there enough to gain in a game like that to even risk that? I mean, if that's the only way you're deciding is what's at risk financially, probably even playing in one of these college football semifinals from that perspective only doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and that went all back to my point yesterday when we're talking about priorities. If your number one priority is just going to the NFL, then why does college football even matter if you have an opportunity to not play in it? Because there's a lot of times, too, where you see players skip out on the NFL Combine even for their own reasons. Like I think it was Blaine Gabbert from Missouri. He was going to be a projected top 10, top 15 pick, and he skipped out on the NFL Combine. Why? Because he knew that if people actually saw what type of player he was, they probably weren't going to draft him. So it's almost you play these mind games of trying to figure out what's going to benefit me the most when it comes to getting the highest pick. And, if your priority is just numero uno, getting to the NFL, then when you get to that bowl game in your final year, it shouldn't matter what bowl game it is. You should just, I don't want to do it. I don't want to risk it. Because you're just risking as much by playing in the college football semifinal or the national championship or New Year's Six Bowl or whatever. You're risking the same thing. You're risking injury. But I guess it's because it's a magnitude game and a game that could mean a lot to. But what is it? But I guess what my point is in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the NFL, what is winning a national championship or winning a college football play? That's not going to elevate your draft status because your team won that.
And, there also is no guarantee because you play in it, you're going to get injured.
That's true, too.
And here's the other thing. Just because you get injured doesn't mean you're not going to have an NFL career. Who was it? McGahee with
Willis
with Miami.
McGahee. Yeah,
he got a horrible knee injury in a bowl game, and he still went on to have he's had a very nice NFL career.
Mm-hmm.
So just because you could have a bad injury doesn't mean that your prospects of playing at the next level are done either.
Yeah, I mean it's very possible. I mean you can find ways, and there's great examples of ones that have done that.
All these guys have insurance on the elite guys in college football have the insurance on this stuff. So
yeah, that also is helpful. Always good to have some insurance, that's for sure. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Evan is in Fayetteville. What's going on, Evan?
Hey man, did y'all talk about the Jalen Smith kid from Dallas?
The Jalen
Smith, the middle linebacker in Dallas. He's like the poster boy for skipping the bowl game.
Yeah,
guy was, I think, 2 years ago projected to be a top 5 pick.
That's right.
Fell all the way to the middle of the second round. Cost himself, I think they projected it at like $19 million or something like that.
Yeah, Notre Dame Fiesta Bowl against Ohio State has nerve damage to his knee back in 2016. That's like you're saying, that's the poster child for the argument that players should shadow. And I mean, that was a meaningful bowl game at the time. It's a New Year's Six game. Fiesta Bowl. But, yeah, that's a point that most players point to when they say this is the reason I'm sitting out.
I mean, I'd love playing for my college team or anything else, but $20 million, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of jack to turn down, man.
I don't know if it was that much, but it did cost him millions. So, and that's the argument that players have against this is because, hey, I could lose out a lot of money. And like Evan's saying, he was a top. I don't know if he's top 5. I know he's top 10.
Well, yeah,
because he missed out.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up being drafted in the second round after that. But yeah, because I do remember him, and Evan, and I appreciate the phone call. The thing is too about that is I think it's an example that can be used for both sides because it's all about weighing. And if you weigh the risk and you weigh the reward, which one outweighs the other? And some people feel like, okay, weighing the reward of winning a bowl game like that, what's that going to do for you as far as your NFL career goes? Probably nothing. But what about risking that bowl game of injury, which is, as far as the percentages go, it's a very low risk, but risking injury, what is that? What's the risk mean? It means costing you millions. So from that perspective, again, I get it. But it's just it's a game. It's football. You're there for your team. And I'm not saying it's wrong. It just feels wrong if you don't play in a game. I think that's the point that me and Tommy both are trying to make. But now that was a great example. I forgot about Jalen Smith there at Notre Dame.
It just feels like you're quitting on your team. And are you going to quit riding in vehicles? Are you going to quit working out? Are you? There's a lot of ways to get injured besides playing football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, and who knows? Maybe there's some people that go to that extreme where they stop riding in cars.
You live in bubble wrap?
Yeah. I mean, you might as well if that's number one.
I get it. I mean, a lot of these cases, the whole family's depending on you to get this big payday.
Yeah.
I mean, it means a lot to you, your family. It's the crowning hallmark of everything you've done for the first 21, 22 years of your life to get to that point.
Yep.
I get it.
Totally get it. Totally understand it. That's for sure. So 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. We're up against it. We got to take a commercial break, but before we do, Tommy's going to tell you about Gaston's.
Hey, I've spent a little time over at Gaston's visiting with Clint and the staff. Boy, unfortunate because that I didn't get to do any fishing while I was there, but I'm telling you, it's a great time because there is a lot of, particularly during the week right now, not a lot of pressure on the fish. There's been a lot of low water, so you can really enjoy some prime fishing right now at Gaston's. Winter rates are in effect. So you want to call because you get 40% off. I was there talking with Clint yesterday. They're doing a lot of remodeling on units and updating units right now. So Gaston's really stepping up their game for 2019 as well in a lot of those units. So you want to check it out right now while you can. 870-431-5202, 40% off during the winter rates. Clint also wanted me to remind you to make your reservation for New Year's Eve. Already a high percentage, nearly all of their cabins are booked. So if you want to go and stay at Gaston's, not just enjoy the party, you don't have to stay to enjoy the New Year's Eve party, but if you want to go and stay, you better get that reservation in quick because they're down to just a handful of cabins and rooms that are available for New Year's Eve. 870-431-5202. It's 870-431-5202 to make your reservation for a great fishing trip, great fishing weekend, or New Year's Eve at Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's. It's a first-class time every time.
Honest Razorback talk that never yields. This is The Morning Rush.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
This is Jan at Toyotathon. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. Is Toyotathon still on?
Yes, it is. We still have incredible deals like low APR financing and lease offers on our amazing Toyota vehicles.
But you better hurry. It all ends January 2nd.
Mom?
Hi, honey, yeah.
How did you get on this line?
Well, this is a time for family, so your father and I decided to come and help you out. James, honey, say hello.
Hello, Jenny.
Mom and Dad, I'm kind of busy with a customer right now.
Hi, Jan's mom and dad.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And what Jan was going to say is this is the perfect time to save on the sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, bold Tacoma, versatile Highlander, and more.
Wow, that sounds great.
Huh, that was actually spot on. Thanks, Mom.
Well, your father's here, too.
During Toyotathon, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2018 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Not all customers will qualify. See your participating dealer or visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N1-219.
This is the Morning Rush.
Dozy Place is the best of the best steakhouse in the River Valley. Award-winning steaks in a great atmosphere is what you will experience every time. Dozy Place offers over 150 selections of wine, including 50 Cabernets, 200 spirits, including 80 whiskeys, bourbons, and scotch, and 75 beers, with 20 different local beers and 50 imported and craft beers. Everything you need for a memorable evening is at Dozy Place, 422 North 3rd in Fort Smith. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday, and 5 till 10 Friday and Saturday. Call 784-9111 for reservations.
Hi, I'm Lisa Hinton. You know, sometimes I get asked, why buy a vehicle at Champ Hinton Enterprises? The answer is pretty simple. Since 1984, we've sold more than 35,000 vehicles. Nearly 80% of our buyers are repeat customers, and we approve 98% of our customer applications. Simply put, we love to see our customers happy, which is why we sell to generations of families. It's the Champ Hinton difference. Check out our inventory at champhintonusedcars.com. Champ Hinton, take the Arcoma exit at I-540.
The Fort Smith Athletic Club is the area's only full-service tennis and fitness facility with both indoor and outdoor tennis courts, including 4 climate-controlled indoor courts and 9 outdoor lighted courts, plus a state-of-the-art fitness center featuring Nautilus equipment. Train on a wide variety of free weights and non-weight-bearing equipment. Then top off your workout or tennis match with a stay in the steam room or sauna. The Fort Smith Athletic Club, 5400 Gary Street. Call 452-4031 for membership information. The Fort Smith Athletic Club, the area's premier tennis and fitness facility.
Sody's Wine and Spirits is making the holidays even brighter for you this year with custom gift baskets. We'll design them with a beer, wine, and spirits of your choice and pair them with a selection of boar's head cheeses and meats, specialty chocolates, or other fun gifts. And have you downloaded our new Sody's app yet? Shop our huge inventory with just a few clicks on your phone, put your order in the virtual cart, then pick it up at our drive-thru and be on your merry way. Just search Sody's in your app store to download. Happy holidays from Sody's Wine and Spirits at Phoenix Avenue and I-540 in Fort Smith.
Tommy Kraft for The Fence Man. Do you own a business that needs more security? Or maybe you just want a better look and more curb appeal? A new fence from The Fence Man can give you both. In business for more than 40 years, The Fence Man can custom install any type of fencing, gates, controlled access, and card readers. Call The Fence Man for a quick, no obligations quote. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Ford Nissan in Fort Smith has a factory objective we must hit. We need to sell 76 new Nissans by the close of business December 31st. No deal will be missed. Here's how. 2-year service plan included with your purchase, lifetime powertrain warranty, car washes for life, score more with OR. Our hot new programs include recent college grad, military discounts, first-time buyer, 0 down on everything, and 0% on most models. Come see why you always get more with OR. Visit us on the web at ornissanfs.com.
ESPN 95.3. Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on this What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Washington Regional.
Washington Regional Medical Center, committed to providing stroke care that aligns with the latest research-based treatment guidelines. Studies show patients recover better when these guidelines are consistently followed. Washington Regional is proud to be recognized by the American Heart Association for achievements in the Get With the Guidelines and Target Stroke Quality programs. It's just one more way Washington Regional is working to improve health care for you and your family. Get all the details at wregional.com.
Let's go to the phone line. Scott is in Mena. What's going on, Scott?
Hey, just getting ready for work. What's going on?
Oh, well, we're doing work, kind of. At least that's what we're telling ourselves.
Slaving over hot microphones, my man.
I understand. You guys do a good job.
Thanks.
Hey, my question is, and I don't begrudge these guys going and making money, is there a way that they could put in the scholarship a wording that if you forego your bowl game, that if you are a first-round signer, you make a lot of money, that you give your scholarship money back to the university? And I'll hang up and listen.
I appreciate the phone call, Scott. You know, that's something that I feel like has been brought up, that point, a lot when it comes to this. Some people have said that, you know, if it's either that, paying the scholarship back, or people say that it withholds some of the scholarship money from them if they were able to forego their bowl game. I just don't know, because I feel like that could be a really messy situation, because then it would be, okay, well, then find an injury for them. You know, find some nasal polyps, because then you wouldn't have to do anything like that. I just don't know if you could really regulate that and police that the way that it sounds on paper, because it would sound right, but I don't know if you can actually do that, or if anybody would be actually able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the answer necessarily. Hey, you've played the whole season. You've played 12, maybe even 13 games with the conference championship game, depending on your situation. You don't want to play this one final 14th or 15th game or whatever it is, depending on where you're at, perhaps with a playoff. So we're going to take your scholarship. I just don't know how that would all work, particularly when they've completed the fall semester already. So,
yeah.
A lot of these guys at this point, they're done with school already. So finals week is this week. So, what would you really be taking away?
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
just
going to withhold their degree over this,
Yeah, because then you just start really having some problems. You start trying to withhold degrees.
I don't think that's the answer. I get, that it sounds fair from a
on paper. It sounds fair.
On paper,
yeah.
but it's not really the way it should work.
It's not.
I wouldn't be in favor of that.
No, and I wouldn't be either, because again, it's just too hard to police, and it's like every situation's different. I mean, everything that they have going on there with their bowl games and with the preparation, like you said, the end of the semester, it was just really, really hard to do that. And but there's a lot of people though, that NFL players, that end up paying back their scholarship to their school, or at least paying something to their school, and I think that it's done fairly often, and I think that's a common thing. But I don't know if it's just because, I left early, or I didn't play in the bowl game. Because then, like I mentioned too, Tommy, how would you not police that if a player leaves early? He goes to the NFL early. Does he have to pay back, or need to pay back that next year, or the next 2 years of his scholarship that he didn't use? So you just get really into some ugly territory there. So, but like I said, it sounds good on paper, but it'd be really hard to make it work, at least in the right way. What's Your Beef Wednesday is coming up. If you want to get in on it, 877-377-6963 is that number to call in. We'll get to that and a lot more in the third hour of the show. Stay with us, folks. This is The Morning Rush.
The year-end event is underway right now at Randall Ford. Check out the all-new 2018 Ford Edge, Ford Escape, Ford Explorer, or the EcoSport. Your choice with 0%. Or get 0% for 60 months plus $2,000 Ford bonus cash, or up to $12,500 off on a new 2018 F-150. During the year-end event going on now at Randall Ford. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers, or online at randallford.com. Home of the lowest price guarantee.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Jerry Roller Insurance Agency, your #1 Arkansas fan. Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance Agency is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Jerry Roller Insurance Agency. Check out their website at jerryroller.com.
At Michelob Ultra, we brew our beer for those who give it their all and still give up nothing. So when the weather starts to heat up, cool down with the crisp, clean taste of Michelob Ultra. That's why with 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, this beer is brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams protein, 0.0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
A few spotty light rain showers or sprinkles with us today. Otherwise, we will see an increase in the cloud cover. High temperatures in the middle to upper 50s. Rain chances increasing tonight. An overnight low mid-40s north, closer to 50 south. And showers with a few storms on Thursday. Highs mid-50s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios, ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station.
Oh, man. Talk radio? Yes, talk radio.
So boring, man. Okay. Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
I got that wood.
This
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
is
Smile.
The Morning Rush.
Best sports talk show in Arkansas.
Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Get it on till I die. Y'all remember me? Y'all remember me?
With John Neighbors.
7 years and no degree. You should have graduated twice by now.
I've done a lot in 7 years.
Tommy Kraft.
Get off my lawn. Listen, old man. Did you hear me? I said get off my lawn now.
Former Hog QB Tyler Wilson.
If you bring one of those Vortex footballs that whistles and it's got the tail on the end of it, I think I can throw it over the whole stadium.
And Ty Richardson.
You want to tie me up with some of your ties, Ty?
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning. Friendly reminder that we are streaming live on Periscope, which you can check out via Twitter. We're also on Facebook Live, which you can check out on Facebook. How about that? And also on YouTube at Hit That Line AR across the board, so be sure to check it out. See our pretty faces, get in on the comment section, and we'll keep it going. And we're going to start doing this on the regular throughout the whole show, so it's also a great way to be able to check out the show if you had to miss it this morning as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So, all right, so it's time for everyone's favorite. Okay, let me just be honest. It's our favorite segment because we get to sit here and rant and rave and complain and all that fun stuff that we do on the regular anyways. But since we have a dedicated segment for it, it makes it a lot more fun. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
What is wrong with you?
I want to complain.
I'm complaining.
I want to complain about
complaining.
I want to complain.
It really pisses me off today.
To simply listen to people whine and complain.
I'm angry. I'm spitting angry. I'm like a tornado of anger, swirling about. My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
I'm complaining because not enough people tickle, hug, or smile.
I'm so mad I could eat ball bearings and crap BBs.
It's time for What's Your Beef Wednesday.
All right, it is time for What's Your Beef Wednesday. And, I normally am the one that kicks this one off, but I think I'm going to let Tommy do it because if his beef is what I think it's going to be, it'll be a nice one for me to piggyback off of. So, Tommy, since you're the elder of the Morning Rush, your birthday's close enough, I don't know, just whatever excuse I need, you go ahead and kick us off with What's Your Beef.
All right, let me give you two quick ones, and I think I know the one, so I'll go with the one you want last.
Okay, perfect.
So it'll work. This is no shot at anyone because individually, it's just the whole process of what we're seeing. You're on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Anyone else growing tired of these little year-end video recaps of your entire year with all these photos? And it's not the problem with yours or mine or anyone. It's that's like the only thing on your timeline now. You can't get on there because because Facebook decided everybody needed one of these things. It's not really a beef. It's just really annoying.
I'd say I put that up there, my little year in review, and so I assumed that you're talking about mine. Did you hate my year in review, Tommy?
No, I just thought that it is interesting that when you go through your timeline, how many of those do you see now? And I don't have time to watch everybody's.
Yeah.
And then here's the deal. I don't know how they select the photos. So I did not post mine, but I get to the end of mine. I'm watching this 60-second clip, and they choose these photos, and I don't know how they randomly choose them. And, one of the main photos at the end is a picture of our man Andy Hodges.
How does that happen?
How does that happen, So I'm like, well,
Well, hey, your year in review, how could it not have Andy Hodges?
How could it not have Andy Hodges, right?
Yeah,
right in the middle of it. So, anyway, so I don't know. It's just more annoying than a beef that goes on because you can't open Facebook without seeing this right
I can understand. But luckily, it's a short-lived one, at least.
So, also, people right now at the holidays, I don't know if it's the pressure of getting the gifts bought. I don't know if it's the pressure of the timelines. Kids are getting out of school. You got to get all your work done. we're less than 2 weeks from Christmas. It's the holiday parties. It's busy. I don't know what you people's problems are out there, but you got your head up your keister. You can't park. You can't walk. You don't know where to put a shopping cart. The list goes on and on of all the frustrations we're creating upon each other as a society right now. Get your shopping cart to the one side of the aisle or the other. The middle is no place for your cart. It's where my cart goes, all right? So get out of the way. In the parking lot, park in a spot like a normal human being. What is wrong with these people? These people go into a parking lot, and it's like they forget how to drive, what to do, what the procedure is, because it's December. I don't know what's going on, but people have just lost their minds right now. I don't know if you did any shopping over the weekend, but I eventually just gave up. And it wasn't because of selection, pricing, or it's the people that make it just dadgum difficult, you know.
Hey.
I got behind a lady trying to return a television without a receipt and couldn't understand why she wasn't going to get all of her money back. And she was just raising Cain at the big box store with this young 19-year-old checker who's just following procedure. Just stop it. All of this stuff right now.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm right there with you, and you kind of even alluded to the thing that I have a problem with when it comes to, obviously, shopping and Christmas, holidays, traffic, all the stuff going on with it that you just mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I want to piggyback off of that and specifically talk about the attitude of people who are doing such things. I understand that nobody, at least anybody in their right mind, enjoys Christmas shopping on Saturdays in December. If you enjoy it, you have something wrong with you. But I get that nobody is out there just saying this is the most fun that they've ever had. I understand that you have places to be. I understand that it can be frustrating, just like we're talking about the frustrations on it. But that doesn't mean that you have to be the rudest of rude people at these places of business to where you scream and you yell and you get all up in people's faces for whatever reasons. I won't name the place I was at, but I saw, as I was not Christmas shopping per se, but I was going in there just looking around, killing some time, because apparently I love torturing myself. I went into this store, and I'm going into this aisle, and there is a worker there that is trying to help this woman find something that she's been looking for. And they get over there. It was the toy section, because I was actually there shopping for my nephews. And I get there, and the guy tells her, as he's looking around, you can see, he's like, ma'am, I don't see it. And she goes, well, look again.
Look harder.
Look harder. And, I mean, there's this guy, like you said, probably in his early 20s, early mid-20s, looking around. He's like, ma'am, I don't think, it's not here. And I don't know what they were looking for, but he's either said that it's either out of stock or it's not where it's supposed to be. But my assumption was he was trying to tell her it's out of stock. They're done with it. And Tommy, you would have thought that he kicked her in the shins of how she reacted. She says, what do you mean it's not here? What do you mean you don't have it? I went on your website and it said it was available in store. Guess where I am at? I am in your store. And the fact that it is not available here means either your website is lying or you're lying. So which is it?
See what I mean?
I was
head up keister.
I was floored. I'm like, and the guy said, ma'am, I'm sorry. And like, she wasn't done there. She kept going on and just like, she's like, I'm never coming back here, which I'm sure this place of business is really going to suffer because she wasn't coming back. But she just goes off on the guy. And I felt so bad for him. And she walked away. I even told the guy, I was like, man, I'm sorry about that. And he just goes, it's part of the job. It's almost like he just like assumed that was going to happen. It happens all the time. So my point is to all of you out there, you hate Christmas shopping, that's fine. You're out there to try to get that special gift for that special loved one, and that's the only gift you want, and there's a lot of pressure on you to get it. I've seen the movie Jingle All the Way. I know what it's all about. You got to get that toy for your kid or for your nephew or your grandkid or whatever. I get it. There's a lot of pressure. But just act like a human being. Act decent when it comes to the times where you hit that adversity, you're unable to overcome that obstacle. Just don't start yelling and being an absolute, a D-bag to people for just because you don't have or they don't have what you want. Just be a common, decent, courteous human being. It's Christmas time. we joke on this show that we complain, and it seems like Christmas time brings out a lot of frustrations, which it does. It's obvious. But that doesn't mean you have to act certain ways. Because, Tommy, I know we're the same way, and I know Ty would be the same way too, that if we went into a place that we needed a gift and they didn't have it, I don't think we'd act that way. You know why? Because I'd like to think we're pretty decent human beings. And those workers that are at this place, and someone who worked in retail at a place called Best Buy for 3 years during holiday seasons, I can vouch for this. We're just there to do our jobs. We're not trying to hide anything from you.
So
we're not trying. Well, we're not trying to take anything. We're not trying to hide gifts. We're not telling you lies if we don't have the gift. We're not doing any of that. We're trying to help you. And it's the same thing with those workers. So just treat them with a little respect. They're frustrated too. They're having to work long hours. They're having to deal with people like you all day long. So just be friendly, be nice, and if they don't have the gift, or if you get frustrated because it isn't going your way exactly, just say, all right, fine, and leave. If you're mad, don't say anything. Just leave. You can start cussing at your steering wheel once you get back in your car. All right? That's all I'm saying. That's my
pressure. It's the pressure of having the perfect Christmas. That's what everybody's trying to do.
Yes, and I get it. But, Tommy, I mean, was there a time where you had to get a gift, or is there something that your kids wanted that they were like, this is all I want? And was there a lot of stress and pressure for you to get them that gift? Have you ever had that?
Like every year.
Yeah, it's common. And I don't have any kids, thank goodness. But I'm sure it was the same way with my parents. When I told them I wanted a certain gift, they went, to the ends of the earth and beyond to try to find the gift and make sure I had the best Christmas. So everyone's under pressure. Everyone has these issues, but just treat people with respect. And also, don't get in Tommy Craft's way when he's shopping. Don't put your shopping cart in the middle of the aisle.
People use just engage common sense.
Yes. That's all we're asking. Common sense. And put your frickin' carts back in the cart return. Don't leave them in the parking lot.
Yeah,
it's like, I've always been, we don't need to go down this route again, Tommy, but I'm telling you, it's like exponentially worse with people leaving carts
Depends
when
on
it comes
how
to
far
holidays.
I've got to park away from that. See, I try to park near the corral. That way I have no excuse. And honestly, it's a lot of fun to see how hard you can get a running start and just get that cart all the way up in there.
So what's the amount? What's the length of away from the cart return that you'd say, you know what, I can't do it?
Probably not as far as you'd like it to be.
No, it's not. Because if you're in the parking lot, Tommy.
Probably about 4 spaces,
Yeah, if you're 4 spaces away, it's like, let somebody else handle it. I've worked hard today. I've been shopping all day. I don't have time to return a cart.
And if it's raining, it might be more like 2.
I'll just go ahead and leave it out here and let the wind blow it into somebody's car and dent it up, and then they have to pay for it with their own insurance. It's fine. Merry Christmas to all. Good grief. Yeah, I don't need to go into that. But anyways, that is What's Your Beef Wednesday. And if you want to play along, you still have time. Call in 877-377-6963 is that number to call in. And it is presented by Burton Pools and Spas.
Yeah, the hot tub clearance sale going on right now at Burton Pools and Spas. You talk about relieving stress. A hot tub is a stress. We need a prescription. I wonder if insurance would cover a new hot tub. That's what we need to find out. That would probably ruin this segment. All the relaxation you would get from a hot spring spa might relieve all the stress and all the worry and frustration. That's what a spa is good for. And right now you can save a lot of money during the hot tub clearance sale. It runs through the 22nd of December. So you've got 10 days or so to get to Burton Pools and Spas, a week from Saturday, and really take in a lot of these savings. Hot tubs start at $26.95. Hot Springs Hot Tubs, the #1 hot tub in America, and it's hot tub weather. There's no question about it. 0% financing for 60 months or instant rebates up to $2,700 right now as part of this sale. Check them out in Fort Smith and in Springdale, 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith, and just off I-49 at the 412 exit in Springdale for Burton Pools and Spas. And you can find out all about it online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, hot tub clearance sale. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
What's your more? Maybe it's a bigger garage for that 67 fastback of your dreams. And your own racetrack for you and your buddies. Whatever you'd like more of, Powerball from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $220 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
This is the Morning Rush.
What's your more? Maybe it's more front row seats to see your favorite band on all 35 tour dates around the world. Whatever you'd like more of, Powerball from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $170 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Are you a member of the Air Evac Life Team, which is part of the Air Med Care Network? This is Lauren Tepper, Area Director for Membership. And if you're not a member, for only $85 a year, your whole household will be covered for no out-of-pocket expense should you need our services. Today, we are in 38 states with over 320 locations, with many bases in Oklahoma and Arkansas. To become a member, give me a call today at 870-280-9325. That number again is 870-280-9325.
Find the perfect vehicle of your lifestyle at Hug Pre-Owned in Fort Smith. They're your logical choice when you're ready to upgrade your current vehicle or just need to add another vehicle to your personal or commercial fleet. Hug Pre-Owned has an extensive selection of pre-owned inventory, making them the River Valley's premier destination for your next ride. No matter where you reside, it will be worth the drive to Hug Pre-Owned on Highway 71 just north of the Riley Farm entrance. Come and see us.
Omega Car and Truck Accessories behind Brahms and Alma's gonna rock your Christmas with off-the-hook specials that will be kind to your wallet and sure to please the special person in your life. Remote start at $279, heated seats for $199, keyless entry for $219, WeatherTech floor liners, who doesn't want those? And ladies, you get 10% added to every gift certificate, plus everybody gets a price match guarantee. Go to Omega and finish the shopping today. Omega Car and Truck Accessories behind Brahms and Alma, and check them out on Facebook.
Amazing Care has a new home. Arkansas's most comprehensive healthcare system, Baptist Health, is pleased to become part of the Arkansas River Valley region, joining the skilled physicians and caregivers of the Sparks Health System to create a new tradition of care. As we build on the over 130 years of healing that the Sparks Health System provided, Baptist Health will keep the communities we serve amazing by caring for the whole person, body, mind, and spirit. Together, we can keep on growing, keep on thriving, and keep on amazing. Find out more at baptist-health.com.
Hello, I'm Sue from the paint store in Van Buren. I'm also M&M Farms. We are the only farm who raises and sells certified grass-fed beef, and you get it at the paint store. We have steaks for the grill, ground beef for the skillet, and roast for the crock pot. Stop by the paint store in Van Buren to see our selection. We also have locally and pasture-raised lamb. Remember, M&M Farms is the only local cattle farm with a certified grass-fed label from A Greener World. That means really, it is 100% grass-fed.
Introducing McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu with breakfast favorites for $1, $2, or $3, like the Sausage McGriddles, small McCafe espresso drinks, the Sausage McMuffin with egg, and
a new gaming console for my son.
No, but the $1, $2, $3 menu could help you save for one. Wait, isn't your son 5 months old?
Who told you?
I just know these things.
Oh.
Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
'Tis the season for big savings during the holiday sales event at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Take 29% off MSRP on 2018 Buick Encores. That's a new Buick for only $18,999. Or the 2019 Buick Envision. Take 20% off MSRP. That's over $8,000 off. Only $31,969. Shop local during the holiday sales event at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3. subscribe to the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Hey, if you're going to be in the Fayetteville area today or maybe this weekend or anytime during the holiday season, you got to eat, right? So if you're going to eat, why not eat great at Sassy's Red House with their 2 locations off of College and off of Weddington. Here's the thing. People think it's just a barbecue place. It's another run-of-the-mill barbecue place. Well, no, not at Sassy's. Not only do they have amazing barbecue if you wanted to go that route, but they also have some award-winning smoked wings. They also have smoked tacos. Great burgers, too, because, you think about burgers and you think about barbecue. Do those things really go together? Of course they do, because all you got to do is get a burger and add some barbecue to it, and you have yourself the Moo Pig Suey burger. So go ahead and go with that one as well. If you want to go with the healthier side, they also have some great wraps, some great sandwiches, and some great salads. So no matter what your needs are when it comes to your food and your stomach, be sure to check it out at Sassy's in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. By the way, Tommy, I know we just got done with What's Your Beef, but can I have to expound on something. Not just a little more. It's just maybe we need to rethink how we do parking lots in grocery stores or retail stores or whatever. Because another one was brought up to me, and this is actually from Nathan on Twitter, who mentioned how people will walk in the middle of the parking lot lanes.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
when cars are behind them, and they know that cars are behind them, but they don't care. And I'm just curious when I start thinking about all of these things, is it something as a society that we have failed to figure out how to successfully make a parking lot work, or is it just we as human beings are so stupid that we can't figure out how a parking lot works? Which is it, Tommy?
We just don't care. We have no respect for any other human being anymore. As a whole, that's the problem. So your time, my time, the next guy's time doesn't matter. I'm entitled to walk down the middle of the aisle.
Where did it stem? Where did we go wrong?
Stop the entire process of how traffic will flow.
Where did we go wrong with this? What happened? Like, how did we get to this point? Because I agree with you as far as having lack of respect for one another. I mean, that's obvious. Just look at social media. My goodness. But is it social media that made us get this way?
That may be it. You may have just nailed it. Yeah.
Good grief. Because I agree with you, and it just sucks because it seems like you can't even go anywhere anymore without somebody being completely disrespectful or not being courteous to people for the most common things. Like, I get frustrated when I open up the door for somebody as they're coming into a store or whatnot, and if they don't say thank you, I get mad. And maybe I shouldn't, but I will very loudly say, "You're welcome," to them, even if they don't say thank you. But it's just like, where's the common courtesy at? Do people need to go back to cotillion when you were kids?
Oh,
maybe
that
they
was
didn't go.
awful. Oh, my gosh. Miss Joyner back in the day in Little Rock.
Hey, listen, but you probably learned some stuff, didn't you?
I learned a thing or two.
Yeah.
But I would never do it again. I'm never making my kids do that. That was awful.
Well, maybe you just had a wrong teacher. I'm just saying, though, that it teaches you the basic fundamentals and common courtesy in a lot of cases. So maybe we just need to have a crash course done in that. And Tommy Kraft can teach it.
I don't know that I'm the guy to be teaching
common courtesy.
Maybe that's not the area that, on the agenda that I need to be focused on.
Yeah, maybe it's not in your wheelhouse right now, but you know what?
Not at the holidays.
Somebody needs to teach it. Somebody needs to get back to it because it is so unfortunate that that's the way it is. And maybe it's just because it makes it really that much worse during the holiday season. Maybe it's just because I am easily offended and I'm easily angered by the smallest of things. Maybe it's just that. But all I know is that there are constant problems where people just need to be respectful to one another. That has been a lost art, and we need to find a way to get back to that as a society. There is my presidential speech that I will make when I run for president right there. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
The hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Hot tubs starting at $26.95. Check out Hot Springs Hot Tubs, America's #1 hot tub. 0% interest for 60 months or instant rebates up to $2,700. Burton Pools and Spas, hot tub clearance sale, now through December 22nd. The best Christmas present ever, a hot spring spa from Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and online at burtonpools.com.
For the third consecutive year, you voted Crabtree RV in Alma the area's best RV dealer. The best customers, along with the top brands, biggest showroom, and friendliest staff have made us #1 again. And to show our appreciation, sales tax paid. That's right. Now through December 31st, Crabtree will pay your state sales tax on all new or used travel trailers and fifth wheels in stock. Thank you, and happy holidays from everyone at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Are termites or other pests causing you problems? West Termite and Pest Management will come and inspect your home or business for free. West Termite and Pest Management has you covered when it comes to termites, bed bugs, or other pest control needs. And West Termite and Pest Management services are designed with your children and pets in mind. West Termite and Pest Management, the local guys with expert technicians, serving you in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, Hot Springs, and Little Rock. Visit them online at westtermite.com.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Evans Body Shop would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. We truly value the relationships that we have developed over the years with our customers. So many have become like family to us. It truly does warm our hearts when a customer returns with another repair or when someone tells us that they were highly recommended by a loved one. Evans Body Shop takes great pride in our excellent work, and we stand behind our work after it's done. And just like family, we'll be here for you when you need us.
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Employee pricing for all at Orr Chevy in Fort Smith. Make this a December to remember with Silverado crew cabs up to $12,000 off, or drive away in a 2019 Spark 20% off. 0 down, only $179 a month. And employee pricing on 2019 Traverse, Equinox, and Colorado. Only at Orr do all new vehicles come with lifetime engine warranty, 2 years free maintenance, and free car washes for life. Stop in today to see why you always score more with Orr Chevy. Shop online 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
ESPN 95.3. Spitting the most fire takes you'll ever hear all morning long. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Hey, I want to be with Tommy Kraft because he is not letting us have access to the great goodie bag that has been brought to us with candy and snacks and whatnot. And apparently, since Tommy's not here, we are not allowed to have it.
Brought to me? Who was it brought to?
Was it brought to Tommy or was it brought? I got Betty in here. Was it brought to Tommy or was it brought to the station? She says it was brought to you, Tommy, because they don't know the rest of us. Well,
so it's got my. So you want to take the gift basket brought to me since I'm out of the office today, and turn the whole staff loose on it.
Yes, because
then there would be zero left.
We're trying to do you a favor, though.
It would be like the little paper shreds that are in the bottom to kind of, that would be all that would be left.
Yes, because we're trying to do you a favor. You're trying to watch your health, and you're trying to be healthier, and so we're going to help you out by not tempting you with all those great goodies.
I don't even know what's in there.
Well, there you go. Just know that it's unhealthy. A bucket of lard is pretty much what it is, Tommy. Ooh. So you can just, your favorite. You'll have to cook with it at least.
There you go. Yeah, you got to put that in the pan before you do bacon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So, but, we'll wait for you, but once you get here, it's no holds barred. We're just going to raid the thing.
Did it say to John Neighbors, to Ty Richardson on it?
It didn't say to anybody on it.
Apparently, according to Betty, it said to Tommy Kraft on it.
Yeah, but Betty's done. She doesn't tell the truth all the time.
No, Betty always tells the truth.
Let's go to the phone lines. Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources now joins us. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Got a heated debate. Don't let them starve you out, Tommy. Hold your ground, man. That's yours.
That's mine. Has my name on it.
That's right. You don't share that unless you want to.
That's right.
Hey, got some great things going on over here at Rath Auto Resources. This big sale, I tell you what, there's something for everybody. If you're not trading your car, you can get up to $3,800 off of retail, and that's some big savings, folks. If you do have a trade-in, you can get up to $2,800 extra for your trade. I mean, we're making it easy to get that nicer, newer car now at Rath Auto Resources. And, folks, we've got one that's just right for you. You don't need to drive all over town trying to find the most popular makes and models. They're all right here in one spot at Rath Auto Resources. You can check them out, drive them till you find the one that's just right for you and your family, and then let one of our friendly non-commissioned solution specialists show you how easy it can be to get that nicer, newer car at a payment and a budget that'll fit right in with with your holiday budget. Excuse me, folks, my voice is cracking on me. But the Meineke Car Care Center, they got some great things going on too. Tires, brakes, batteries. We do it all back there. $24.95 basic oil change every day. And just one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs. It's Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. We're at 4515 Towson Avenue here in Fort Smith. You can check us out online at rathauto.com.
All right, that's Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith and in Springdale. Larry, I'll go through there and get the best stuff out of that gift basket. And bring
I got all choked up just thinking about how they were treated, Tommy.
Yeah,
terrible.
I get you. Hey, we'll talk.
Thank you,
we'll talk later on.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. And folks, come and see us.
I love how Tommy is trying to get people on his side in this matter. Like he's politicking to try to get
no
people.
Sides.
No, there is a side. The bucket is here. You are not. There's no one's name on it, and the only person
According to Betty, it had my name on it.
It's I looked through it thoroughly, and I did not see anything that says Tommy Kraft.
So that entitles you to it.
But there was a card with Tommy's name in it.
It's not in there anymore.
Thank you, Ty.
It's not in there anymore.
But it was delivered that way.
That being said, Tommy, you always talk about how you're trying to get healthier, so you're
Exactly.
contradicting yourself if you come back and eat all this candy. So
I didn't say I was going to eat it all, but I know what will happen if I turn you loose on it, you two goons loose on it before I get there.
Well,
Nobody
Tommy,
else in the building will get anything.
None of that stuff's healthy, so you don't need to partake in any of it.
I mean, that's for me to decide. That's for me and my cholesterol to decide.
Okay. Well, if you end up getting out of control and you end up ballooning up about 100 pounds, then don't come crying to us. Yeah, because we try to help you out here.
We are your fitness instructors, Tommy, and you're hurting yourself.
Yeah, I CrossFit
You're a fitness
now.
instructor?
Yeah, I CrossFit now, Tommy. Don't you? I'm all about it. I know what I'm doing. Totally.
This from the guy Ty Richardson, who last week ate 2 cheeseburgers and a chicken sandwich and fries.
That was impressive.
During one commercial break.
Yep.
Hey, power to you. I can't believe you still did it, but power to you.
Hey, something new coming to the Avenue, 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. It's going to be at 906 Garrison Avenue. This is going to be great. Cigars available, some of the best in the state. They got an air replacement system that replaces the air every 4 minutes. Clean, fresh air in there. VIP memberships available. Check it out on Facebook for more details. It's coming soon. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. A touch of class on the Avenue in Fort Smith.
More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us, folks.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. I've got a whole lot of inventory, and they've all got to go by the end of the year. So I've got a Christmas miracle of a deal guaranteed to brighten up your holiday season. All this month, save up to $3,800 below retail on the whole inventory of Rath road-ready vehicles. Time to trade the family truckster? Get up to $2,900 extra for it now at Rath Auto Resource. Planning a Christmas vacation? Bring in your sleigh today and let our team of experts in the Meineke Car Care Center make sure you get to Grandma's house and back. Are you stuck home alone waiting on your tax refund? Take advantage of our TaxMax program and get your nicer, newer car now. And save up to $3,800 below retail or get up to $2,900 extra for your trade. Only at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Having the holidays at your house can be stressful. You want your home to sparkle for your guests, so you clean and clean. But when they leave, sometimes they leave you little holiday gifts behind. A spot of wine on the couch, gravy on the dining room seat, spilled soda on the carpet. Luckily, help is easy to find. Service Master Clean can make your home bright before the holidays and also help you get cleaned up quickly afterwards. They offer professional carpet, drapery, upholstery, and wood floor cleaning. Best of all, they do the job right, or they do it over guaranteed. That's Service Master Clean. After all, they've been providing professional cleaning services for over 50 years. This holiday season, give yourself the gift of peace of mind. For a free estimate, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087 or visit them online at ServiceMasterClean.com. Service Master Clean, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Call now for Christmas specials, 646-4087.
Service Master Clean! I mean Ford!
Oh. ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light. Please drink responsibly. Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a What's Your Beef Wednesday, presented by Workman's Travel Center.
Yeah, they're in Rudy, Ozark, and in Lowell. They're there for every day, including game days. You know, basketball coming up. There can be some folks driving down to Central Arkansas, checking out the Hogs coming up. Get by a Workman's Travel Center, whether it's in Lowell at exit 78 off I-49, exit 24 in Rudy. It's the last stop if you're headed north. Before you get through the tunnel into Greenland. If you need anything in between, you better get it at Workman's before you head north. And then on I-40, exit 35 at Ozark, the Ozark Mountain Grill is there with barbecue and sliced brisket sandwiches. Open 24 hours a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So be sure and check out Workman's Travel Center. Again, 3 locations, Rudy, Ozark, and in Lowell. It's Ozark and the Ozark Mountain Grill. It's all at Workman's Travel Center, open 24 hours a day.
You know, you brought up the Razorback basketball game, and I thought that this was something that, of course, gets brought up a lot. But, you know, Arkansas is playing Texas San Antonio this Saturday at 7 p.m., and what is technically a home game. But the game is being played at Verizon Arena in North Little Rock. And I think that, I know that we've discussed it a little bit, but I do find it funny, though, that when it comes to great stadium debates and whatnot, people actually, I think, enjoy and appreciate having the basketball team play in Little Rock, and in some cases even the baseball team play in Little Rock, because it doesn't bother them as much. And I actually kind of appreciate it, Tommy. I don't know how you feel about it, but I actually appreciate it when they have one game, non-conference game a year down there at Verizon Arena, because it's another way for fans to kind of see the Razorback basketball team from a different perspective too. And so, am I wrong in that, where I care about it in football, but I don't care about it in basketball?
You know, I think this is true in a lot of sports, but they show, you know, this has been a pretty well-attended game.
Yes.
Down there. The baseball game that they play once a year at Dickey-Stephens is sold out weeks in advance. But the football's still the main focus, because I don't even think it's become about the game anymore. It's about the debate and about who's going to win, Northwest Arkansas or Central Arkansas in this stadium deal. It's not even really about the stadium and the game and all that. Those are all just arguing points. It's about, I still think it's about Central Arkansas versus Northwest Arkansas and who's going to win out, who's superior. There's an unspoken interstate rivalry between those two sections in the state, and I find it fascinating, kind of sitting on the outside in the River Valley, looking at those two areas of the state kind of battle each other for which one's more supreme, whether it's business, whether it's the Razorbacks, whether it's anything else. They're constant competition with each other.
Yeah, because I think that I don't remember how long it's been since they've been playing in Verizon Arena. I guess it was Alltel Arena back when it was originally built, but that was probably when they started doing it, because Alltel Arena, Verizon Arena, whatever you want to call it, it's not new, but it's not exactly an old facility either.
And, you know, I guess you go back, there's a history with the Razorback basketball team of playing in Barton. They used to play in Pine Bluff. And, you know, when Arkansas built Bud Walton Arena, they quit doing a lot of these games around the state at Barton and at Pine Bluff. But when as you said, it was originally Alltel Arena and became Verizon when they were bought out, and it's going to get a new name soon as Verizon sponsorship is ending. They did bring that game back down there. And I think it was at a time where Arkansas basketball was needing to reach out to other parts of the state, and where Arkansas had fallen off of its success in the 90s and started, you know, making that a frequent deal in Central Arkansas. I think it's good. There's enough games on the schedule. You don't feel like you're really hamstringing yourself. It's not like football where all those home games are so precious with the way you have to handle those. In basketball and in baseball, you got a little more leeway to do something with a date or two.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, like, would you, because I don't think it'd be a problem, but would you like to see more games played, like back in Pine Bluff like they used to? Or is that is it past that point?
Listen, you have today with television and the way things have to be set up technically, doing that is not logistically possible. But, I mean, there's really only 2 arenas that have the capacity and the ability to host Southeastern Conference major Division I basketball, and that's Verizon and Bud Walton.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying there's not other nice arenas, but, you know, the Jack Stevens Center across town there in Little Rock is nice, but it's just not big enough.
Yeah.
Pine Bluff is dated and not large enough. So, I mean, it's how many places could you realistically go to?
Well, and I could be wrong about this, but Tommy, isn't there a problem with something with Verizon Arena where they cannot play the games on the SEC network or on ESPN or something like that for television purposes?
You're in Verizon Arena. Verizon does what? What's their main business? I know it's mobile phones and then also internet.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't have the fiber connections that you need and the backbone to get the bandwidth there to get it back to the SEC network. That's why it's all there to the baseball park, to all the different sports venues in Fayetteville. It's all wired up with fiber, and it all goes back to Charlotte and Birmingham in football's case and basketball's case for replay and various stuff. So yeah, you have to bring in a satellite truck to make it work when you're not at one of your home facilities.
Yeah, because I think that's been problematic where a lot of people have not been able to watch the Razorback basketball games that have been in Verizon Arena because of that fact. And I know for a while there, I know War Memorial Stadium is set up with that as well. But they've also had their own issues there too. And I think Dickey Stevens Park, when they play the baseball games down there, is kind of the same setup too. So, that I guess that's the kind of the one mark on them where you wish that they would be able to make that work so people could watch the games.
It's the same issue we've talked about with War Memorial, where they've had to put in the fiber lines and the bandwidth, the backbone, if you will, for that to make replay work the way it's supposed to for the games at War Memorial Stadium. I just find it interesting. You got Verizon right there. It's AT&T Field. You got all these AT&T and Verizon right here, and somehow that's the part of the puzzle that's missing. I just find that kind of ironic.
Well, it was like the same thing when you would go to, I think, what was it way back when? Was it Southwestern Bell that had a huge sponsorship there at the Razorback Stadium? Was that who it was?
I know they were a big sponsor of the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah,
and that became AT&T.
Yeah, and they were bought out by AT&T. But I think when everything was changing and everyone was talking about when it was that, and then it went to Singular, I think was the next thing, and then AT&T bought out Singular too. People were wondering, they had cell phone service there in Razorback Stadium when they had Singular, but then when it went to AT&T, everyone was like, how do you not have cell service in a place that's named after AT&T? People just kept bringing that up.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it was an interesting point, that's for sure. So let's go to the phone lines. Larry is in Barling. What's going on, Larry?
Hey, good morning, guys. I love your show.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, I was asking about John's comment about how people's being so rude this time of year. But actually, to me, myself, the big evil is, don't laugh, social media. Because when you go into a room, there's like 10 people there. 7 out of 10 is looking at their phones. They don't talk to each other. So they're not communicating with each other at all. And I went to my grandson's last weekend, and 2 of them was on the computer. They wouldn't want to talk to you. All they want to do is stare down at the computer and wouldn't do nothing else. So I'm thinking, because this is going to make a big impact later on, nobody wants to talk to each other. All they want to do is look down at that little cell phone or tablet or what they have. I'll hang up and listen.
Well, appreciate the phone call, Larry.
Great points.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's definitely a factor, because I think people in general, when it comes to social media or when it comes to computers or phones or whatnot, I mean, people spend way too much time on them. I think everybody can agree with that. And what it does is it takes away the ability and the comfortability of communicating with people face to face. So therefore, when they get put in situations that they don't know how to handle, or if it's not going completely their way, they go outrageous with it. And I think that's something that can happen because you live in a microwave world, I think is what Brett Bielema used to say all the time. And everyone wants instant gratification. They don't want to wait around for things. They want things done the way they want it done. And, that it's problematic. And I think that that's absolutely something that has been made a lot of changes in that. But the problem is like, I just don't know if you're ever going to get back to what it was like. It's just going to get worse before it gets better, I guess. But, yeah, great points there by Larry. And, Tommy, I feel like that's something that you feel the same way about. I don't know if maybe it's just because I feel like you're grumpy a lot, or like and you're grouchy, but I just feel like that's probably something that you have thought about many times too, just how things have changed that way.
Oh, and I don't think I'm what Larry just said there, but I think we're all guilty of being addicted to our phones.
Of course.
I think every one of us are this new feature in the new iOS where it tells you how much screen time you've had each day.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably, I mean, I don't know if y'all look or monitor that or see that report that pops up on your phone. It's a little frightening how much time. I don't know how accurate that thing is, but if it's close to accurate, we're all spending way too much time looking at our screens anymore.
Do you know how much time yours said by chance?
I don't know if it quit doing it or what, but the last time it was over 2 hours, and that's way too much.
2 hours like a day, or what are we talking about here?
But we depend on our phones. Yeah, like 2 hours. It said I had 2 hours a day. It doesn't seem like that much, but you stop and think that you're checking your email. Mm-hmm. You're on the phone. You're doing whatever you're doing. There's so much of your whole world, business or otherwise, it's wrapped up into that thing.
Yours is only 2 hours? What's yours?
I think mine's sitting at an hour 42. How long have you been on yours?
4 hours and 17 minutes.
Per day?
Per day.
I was like 2 hours, 7 minutes last time I looked at it, and I'm like, that's way too much.
Okay, holy crap. I thought I was addicted to my phone. Y'all got me beat.
4 hours.
What's your is it social networking, I'm assuming, is your main deal?
Yeah, social networking, entertainment, productivity, hour and 18 minutes.
Well, my goodness, and that's okay, as long as your productivity is high.
Most used, Instagram, text messages, and Spotify and YouTube.
We're addicted.
Yeah, we are.
We all have an addiction.
Yep. Unfortunately, we do.
I mean, but try function. I was was you, John? It was you the other day that had left your phone a couple days ago. Left it at home and came to work, and you were like,
I didn't know what to do with myself.
At 9:01, you're like, I gotta get my phone. You know?
I mean, I could have had a Snapchat. I mean, what am I going to do with myself if someone Snapchatted me and I don't respond?
But I mean, just like right now, I instinctively pick them up. That's how you check your email.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to check your email all the time. And I mean, it never,
it never
just seems
ends.
like it never ends because you're so they have made us, they have trained us to be so dependent on these stupid little things.
Mm-hmm. And it's only going to get worse because, I mean, it has gotten worse. I remember there was a time where my parents were upset with me because I texted all the time. Now text messaging is like
that's the least
of the problems is going on. So it just gets worse and worse.
No
and
one
worse.
talks on the phone hardly.
No, I don't. I remember they always had those rollover minutes. I was like, I have like 20,000 minutes rolled over because I never use the phone. No one calls each other anymore. And I think people, it's almost to the point where people would like you to call people now just so you can hear voices and interact that way. So, yeah, it's just amazing how times have changed. But great call there by Larry, and always a lot of fun dealing with What's Your Beef on this Wednesday. We're up against it, though. We got to take a final commercial break, get into the final segment of the show. But before we do, we got to tell you about the Fence Man.
Yeah, the Fence Man. If you need fence repairs, I know a lot of folks in the River Valley and across our listing areas due to winter storms and due to some high winds the last couple of weeks need fence repairs. A segment of your fence has been blown down, or maybe you just need the whole fence replaced because it's aged and it's rotted out. Whatever the situation is, if you're working with your insurance company, you need a company you can trust to rebuild your fence, you need to call the Fence Man. 479-782-3936. They'll come to your house, they'll come to your business, give you a quote, give you the options, give you some ideas of the different kind of fencing they can build for you, from wood privacy fence with custom trims and different ways of making your fence look beautiful and unique, to vinyl fencing, to chain link fencing, to custom wrought iron installations. The Fence Man does all of that for you. 479-782-3936. That's the number to call. 782-3936 for Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, up and down I-40. Anywhere you're listening this morning, the Fence Man can get the job done for you. And again, financing is available. 479-782-3936 for the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
The most honest sports radio show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Hi, this is Matt Fowler with OneTrust Home Loans. It is hard to believe it is the end of the year. We want to thank you for your business and support. Because of you, the growth and success we saw in 2018 will continue for years to come. In today's market with rising interest rates, now is the time to purchase that new home or refinance your current home to get cash out for remodeling, large purchases, schooling, or just to pay off debt. Here at OneTrust Home Loans, we offer low rates, shorter loan terms, and portfolio loans that no one else has available for those out-of-the-box scenarios. We are your local mortgage experts and will listen to your specific dreams and goals and will show you the path to get there. Call today or stop by for free same-day pre-approvals with locations in Mountain Home, Harrison, Rogers, and Clinton. One Trust Home Loans, where service is everything.
NMLS number 46375, Equal Housing Limited.
This is Jan at Toyotathon. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. Is Toyotathon still on?
Yes, it is. We still have incredible deals like low APR financing and lease offers on our amazing Toyota vehicles.
But you better hurry. It all ends January 2nd.
Mom?
Hi, honey, yeah.
How did you get on this line?
Well, this is a time for family, so your father and I decided to come and help you out. James, honey, say hello.
Hello, Jenny.
Mom and Dad, I'm kind of busy with a customer right now.
Hi, Jan's mom and dad.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
And what Jan was going to say is this is the perfect time to save on the sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, bold Tacoma, versatile Highlander, and more.
Wow, that sounds great.
Huh, that was actually spot on. Thanks, Mom.
Well, your father's here, too.
During Toyotathon, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2018 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Not all customers will qualify. See your participating dealer or visit gstoffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N1-219.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hunt Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Charleston is celebrating the holiday season with Chevy employee discounts for everyone on select new 2018 and 2019 Chevrolets and the best prices of the year on Buick and GMCs. We've ordered extra inventory in anticipation for all these phenomenal prices, and the vehicles are here waiting to go home with you. So take the quick drive to Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC and pick out your new vehicle and take advantage of the Chevy employee discounts for everyone and low Buick and GMC red tag prices through January 2nd. Or visit us online at huggm.com. Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC. Closer than you think.
Winston's Pipe and Cigar Emporium is the premier destination for the pipe and cigar enthusiast. With over 700 different cigars, over 50 pipe tobacco blends, and the finest selection of pipes and accessories. Looking for the ideal holiday gift for the pipe or cigar aficionado on your holiday list? Winston's offers a full line of affordable lighters, cutters, and humidors. Visit Winston's knowledgeable staff at the corner of Rogers and Waldron Road. Winston's Pipe and Cigar Emporium. Follow them on Facebook for holiday hours and special events.
Let's see. Search for tire shops in my area.
Y'all need some help? I'm the tire guy.
Who are you and why are you in my living room?
You need to be more worried about taking care of your old tires. Head on over to Southern Tire Mart. We get you rolling with your new Toyota. The best-selling tires in Fort Smith. Be sure to take advantage of our $24.95 oil change and our free multi-point vehicle inspection.
I only have one more question, tire guy.
All right.
Why is there a mariachi band in my living room as well? Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith, your #1 tire and service store.
Everything's new at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford. A new and bigger selection of Ford cars and trucks. A new and bigger selection of pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. With over 50 to choose from. Harry Robinson Salisal Ford. Only a short 30-minute drive from virtually everywhere for the best deal on a Ford. And with Harry Robinson, you always get more for your trade. Everything is new at Harry Robinson Salisal Ford. 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal, Oklahoma. The new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford.
Why does Hardee's make biscuits from scratch? That's like asking why clowns scare people. Because it's what we were born to do, and because it makes them delicious. We were also born to let you choose from our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage and egg biscuit, or Frisco breakfast sandwich, and mix and match any two of these for only $4. That's right, as newborns, we came up with this 2 for $4 mix and match idea and started making delicious biscuits from scratch. Talk about proud parents.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Do you own apartment complexes, condos, and rental property? Then you have made a great investment. Now make another great decision by calling Trinity Multifamily to help you maximize your return. Trinity Multifamily offers full-service property management, marketing, leasing, sales, and all the services to make your cash flow. Take the hassles and frustrations out of ownership and call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at TrinityMultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush until life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in
The most entertaining sports talk radio show in the Natty State. This is The Morning Rush.
Final segment of the Morning Rush, and it's presented by the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, the Stadium Shop, right next door to Baum Stadium in Fayetteville. You can stop in and do a lot of great holiday shopping right now at the Stadium Shop. Great selection, clothing and gift items that make the perfect Christmas gift. Shop online as well at Shop on Razorback. That's the Stadium Shop in Fayetteville, 989 South Razorback Road, right next door to Baum Stadium. From the bedroom to the living room to the tailgate area, the Stadium Shop has you covered.
Also want to throw a shout out and wish Mike Anderson, the head coach of the Razorback basketball team, a happy birthday today. So there you go, Ty. You and Mike Anderson have a day apart birthdays there.
Mm-hmm.
How was your 24th birthday? Was it as wild as you possibly ever wanted to make it?
Uneventful. My beef for this week is the fact that I got a nice radiator crack on my birthday. So nice little pretty penny I've been spending. So, but
did you not have enough antifreeze in it, or what happened?
I don't know. So I can't determine.
You didn't
that.
check his antifreeze.
I guess
John.
not. So my dad says a car is a gift that keeps on giving. So I get to inherit that.
Well, being an adult sucks. I can tell you that. But hey, maybe this will get your vehicle fixed, or maybe you'll get you a new vehicle if it's bad enough.
Probably a year. Trying to hold out for a year.
Tommy knows a guy if you ever looking to get you a new vehicle. So
I know the guy that knows the guy. So you don't even have to go through the guy that knows the guy.
He knows all the guys.
Because I can get you right to the guy.
Yeah, he knows the guys.
What happens when you're Godfather Fort Smith?
You know everybody, that's for sure. So, well, I'm glad it was as enjoyable as you. By the way, Mike Anderson, I got to give also Mike Anderson credit. The dude stays youthful. Like, for a guy that's in his 50s like he is, he looks young. I mean, he keeps in shape, and I respect somebody who stays in shape as a head coach and making millions of dollars. Because I'm telling you right now, if I was a head coach and I was out there having to bust my butt for as many hours as they do in the recruiting trail and all of that, I probably wouldn't work out like ever. But Mike Anderson he finds a way, that's for sure. So kudos to him and a happy birthday to him as well. Tommy Kraft's got a birthday coming up too. What is it, December 31st, or right?
Yep, big New Year's Eve. Yep.
You got anything like specifically planned for it? Like you're gonna go hard in the paint? I mean,
yeah, hard in the paint till about 10:15 that night. And then,
well, I mean, it's a New Year's party. You can mix it in, right?
Are you not gonna stay up till 12, Tommy?
I haven't in the last few years. It just depends on kids, man. I mean, you'll learn this someday when you got kids.
What the grandparents are for.
Well, sometimes they want to go hard in the paint.
The grandparents want to go hard in the paint, but Tommy Kraft cannot go hard in the paint.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Take the kids out to the bar? I mean, I don't think that's exactly an
option. But you can have yourself a party, a New Year's party at your house.
And just put the kids to bed and
put your kids in the west wing of the house. Let them have all of that, and then you can have yourself the ballroom in your house, and you can have a party.
I have not considered that option yet.
And we'll see. Luckily, you got us here on the show to help you out and try to make your birthday party a memorable one.
So if we had a party in the main ballroom that night, would you attend?
Of course I would.
Till midnight?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I, Tommy? It's your birthday.
You would probably go find something better to do.
No, that's not necessarily true.
Tommy, I'm going to be straight with you, man. I'm going to Dallas. Sorry. I'll wish you a happy birthday.
I hope you're back the next day. There's a remote the next day.
Yeah.
It's not listed.
Not yet.
Yeah. I'm about to say it's listed in Tommy Kraft's head right now.
Yeah.
And
we'll need you here at 8 a.m. on the
When is the hazing going to stop?
It's never going to stop.
You think we're hazing?
Yeah, this is just never going to stop. It's the way it's going to be, Ty. I hate to break it to you. Well, appreciate everybody listening in today. For Tommy Kraft and Ty Richardson, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Tomorrow morning, have a great day, everybody. We will see you then.
You have work to do. You need a tractor that helps get it done. TYM has the full range of tractors designed to meet